welcome back to Resistance at the Threshold. Sorry about the miss on last week. It's my fault. I'm a horrible human that has sickly stuff. Well, actually, no, it's on the upswing, but flu shots, man, don't get them. Do get them. Do get them.
What message are you
That's
sending out here?
misinformation there.
Just
Vaccinate.
vaccinate for sure. I am not anti-vax. I am anti-vax after I've had a vaccination. Like, why the fuck did I do this? And then I'm.
So you don't die.
That's right. So I'm fine with it later. But anyways, point is we ended the session before last week, in the end of a combat, and I'm just going to kind of go through and have everyone kind of heal everybody. Oh, I remember what I said. I have my notes here. They're not going to be able to let you die. So the point is that you two will be fine. I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of going through the turn initiative. But I'd like for two of you to go ahead and throw spells out to heal them. And you are cursed. From this point forward, until the curse is alleviated, which it can be done so by use of the spell Remove Curse, you cannot regain hit points except by natural means. No supernatural effects will heal you. That means potions, spellcraft, the like.
Hey, just to clarify, who's affected by that?
Morax and Okrin.
Is that a result of that dragon doing its thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The dragon's aura, I guess.
It was the
stank.
dragon's detonation.
Yeah, shit.
It stank.
Yeah. Well, it was ghost.
Alright, you said you wanted healing spells?
Yeah, just two of you. That's fine. Okay, we'll say that was for Morak, so he's at 7 hit points. And then Okrin, one
Hold
from
on.
Evangeline.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 for you, John. And at that point, what I'll note is that the day, it's still morning time. You did sleep through the night kind of in a locked-in position in the high tower. But you did realize that as you were fighting the ghost dragon, the guardian of the church, the doors behind it are closed, but they don't appear to be barred or sealed in any way. It looks like the main point of entry would be right through the front door. It is about 50 feet high at its top. It has a red flag flying from its banner, which would denote that whoever is inside is defensible. At that point, it's also normal for the days to typically warm up as the sun gets higher in the sky. However, strangeness in circumstances here is that it has actually grown more rough. It is a lot colder outside than it was at the start of the fight. So, in the immediate aftermath, you heal each other to the best of your ability, and then, of course, you can continue as you like.
I think our cameras are messed up on Twitch.
Oh, they always do it.
Oh,
Who am I?
And thank you, Andy.
hey, shout out to Andy. How you doing, bud? What I wanted to say was I only have 5 hit points out of like 46. Not that I need to be healed or anything, but just notice I get hit and I'm down.
Looks like
All right,
can
we
wait.
good at rubber banding.
Yeah, I mean, you could wait till I go down, but just be aware I'm not going to last long. Hey, you know what we all got last time? I think we all got inspiration, or at least some of us did. Didn't we?
That's fair. I'll just say everybody has
I
one.
think I did, yeah.
Because I marked it on my
Yeah, I
sheet,
have it.
so
We're
I thought
getting
everybody
kind of
did.
into the point where it's going to be kind of moving into the end game. My presumption is that the next bit of this will probably last 3 sessions, and it will be very
Not if we roll bad.
Awesome.
the
Yeah.
last one.
The
Uh,
longest
just
TPK in history.
It could boil down to that, but again, I promise, as with all my Tuesday games, I promise a kind of nice moral quandary at the end. That said, you are quite wounded. You did just take a long rest, which means you are barred from taking another long rest for the remainder of the day. If you wish to hide away, and just wait until you can sleep and just take up a defensible position, you can. But keep in mind that you do not know what the Abbess is currently engaged in.
Do we know if this curse is just like a 1-day thing, or is it until it's removed?
It's removed.
Ah, nice. All right.
Awkward kind of just crawls past.
Are we able
Rock's like,
to
ow.
determine the nature of this curse?
So you would know that they appear to have kind of if you are trained in Arcana, they appear to have a dark aura, which denotes that there is a level of necromancy that's lingering on them. And what you would gather from the presence of the ghost dragon is that when it detonated, it did so with a very strong burst of energy from the shadow plane. So it's basically a lingering amount of that essence that's sticking with them.
It looks like you've been cursed by the lingering essence of that ghost dragon.
Yeah, I noticed that. There's,
That's just great.
I
make-
feel real funky.
Yes, we can tell. You look terrible. Matriarch,
Thanks.
you may be able to prepare a remedy. Out of character, Magpie, are you able to cast level 3 spells?
Yeah.
So you can prepare remove curse, but we'd have to wait until the next morning.
That's true. And I do have 2 spell slots for that. Well, I would get my spell slots back, right? If we rested. Okay.
But I mean, I don't know if that's something. I mean, so now in character, it's like I don't know if that's something that we want to do.
In character, Casey was against the last rest that we did.
Yeah.
We're giving them like 2 full days of prep time for us to walk through those doors.
Fair.
Out of character, I understand if we like tactically can't push forward without all of us
I mean,
dying the moment
out
we
of
walk in the
character.
room.
Right? We literally just walk into the door with our hands up and die. Like,
Yeah, your 2 beefy boys can't get healed and they can't, heal without
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah, our strategy so far has been throw hot bodies onto the problem and then heal them and heal them and heal them.
yeah. But we can't can't do that.
Oh,
that's-
Okran and Morax confirmed from Hot Bodies.
They're the hot bodies.
Hot
I meant
bodies.
hot
Hot
temperature wise, but we'll go with the other definition.
Sure.
Warm.
Well, dragons are
bodies.
maybe cold-blooded.
I mean, that's a
Are dragonborn cold-blooded? I mean, we can survive in the cold.
Dragons are definitely not.
I love how you're
cold-blooded.
saying that in character voice.
I was.
And you're like, am I cold blooded?
I don't think
I
we're
don't know.
cold-blooded.
Do spit.
How do I survive?
I do spit the stuff of the shadow
Bites
myself.
figure off.
Oh my goodness.
I've been called cold-blooded by some people.
But shit.
A heating lamp in my office is a choice, not a necessity.
But anyways, it is cold out. That's another thing I want to kind of take note of. So, if you're planning on taking a short rest outside, I need to know if that's the case. If you're planning on taking and trying to find sanctuary, I need to know where you're going.
Is there like any open, or not necessarily open, any doors to like that we could easily just get in, take our rest out of the elements, then get back out?
Well, all the doors that you
Around-
see are currently closed, just as the church's doors are closed. So you don't know what's inside. However, every building has red flags, which has so far denoted that the people who are inside are on guard. So if you can find a building that doesn't have a red flag, you might be able to find a place that's not occupied.
Do we see any?
That one?
Oh, hey.
Okay. So do you wish to move to that location and enter it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna fast travel there.
All right. Perfect. You select it on the map. The Grace.
Select on the map. Everybody. I can't get the right one though, so I'm somewhere else.
All right. Inside, you would immediately pick up on the smell of death, rather fresh death. And as you make your way into the space, you would see that there are two individuals who look like they have been pulverized and kind of broken open quite a bit, laying against one of the far walls inside of this, what looks like a very simple but functional smithy. The interior is where a lot of the kind of menial work on metalworking is done, and the heating happens outside, which you pass by as you kind of enter into the space. The two people in question are a Jannaran man of, mid-years, somewhere in his 40s, 50s, and a younger man, probably in his teens, younger teens. It looks like they were both butchered and beat to death.
Fuck.
Like beat to death, like with like clubs or some
Like-
kind of bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah, it looks like that, and also some kind of slashes from blades, which it looks a little bit more fine. You would note that the soldiers typically didn't have, soldiers that you've seen so far typically didn't have, a focus on a melee weapon. They used their crossbows or firearms rather. So it could be the case that they just bludgeoned them to death with the butts of their weapon. Either way, it's a very graphic sight, and it definitely kind of belays the heartlessness kind of present in the space.
The fuck?
Why would they do this?
Like, did the Abbess do this?
Did the soul like the? Why would they do this to their own people?
Fortunately, it's not a question I can answer, and the scene
Yes.
doesn't really give you much information besides. But looking around the space, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any like, I don't know, anything in the other space that would like denote, I don't know, like paperwork or like, I don't know, books or
No. What you
Thing.
would note is that the pair don't look like they put up much of a struggle. So there might have been some sort of enchantment placed upon them before they were
Hmm.
not uncommon for a cleric to cast such spells.
That's just insult to injury.
That's worse than barbaric. Ugh. If nobody else has entered yet, like, and we're like standing at the doorway, I'm just gonna reach over, grab the door, and just close it.
You're not gonna stay in this space?
Not this one. Unless somebody else, unless anybody says anything, I'm just like, hey, nice sound effect.
So do we have another option?
Looking across the way, there is a small kind of building there.
No, this one.
That one has a flag.
Oh, is that? I couldn't tell if that was on the tower or the building below it. That makes
This
sense.
one below. But yeah, this small building here is probably the only other one you see in sight. These over here on the far side are actually just tents. Looks like there's storage space. But if you enter into this small building, you will note that this building also appears to be a bit of a kind of workshop, similar to the one you entered into. Um, there isn't an immediate smell of death. It's not as graphic a scene. However, you do see that pinioned on the wall by arrows is a woman you're familiar with. You would
No.
recognize her as the messenger of the monastery. Looks like she has been impaled by 5 arrows and is kind of hanging on the wall there. It does look like she is holding something in her hand, which Dahabe would recognize as the parchment that allows you to pass notes up the mountain. And it looks like on the ground near her, kind of just dead form, is a quill.
Can you remind me the parchment that allows you to pass notes?
Yeah,
What
when
is-
she gave you all the books and
Uh-huh.
took the armor and the book, she left a piece of parchment that if you wrote on it, she would see it on her side.
Okay.
And if
Yeah.
she wrote, it would you'd see it on her side or your side.
I guess we would. I mean, Dahabe would, step forward and try to check out the parchment.
Yeah, prying it out of her hands, you'd see that a note was started, but it doesn't look like anything more than just kind of a swirl of a letter that wasn't finished.
I'm sure she was going to write, "The Abbess is out of her fucking mind. Send help."
Yeah,
Right.
it might have been a T, based on the swirl. Just depends on how she was writing. If she's writing in an old Jannaran hand, definitely the is likely.
Yikes.
Right.
This one is not as horrific a scene. This one is kind of a small pool of blood at her feet, and just her kind of dead. Looks a bit fresher as well.
Well, I'm gonna go over. I walk over to the body and I turn to Ochre. I'm like, "Give me a hand with this." I try to grasp it and maybe like if there's like arrows and stuff holding her to the wall.
Yeah.
I'll just like try to loosen those out from the wall and
They are
pull her away from it.
quite in there, but the two of you are able to manage to kind of pull her off of the wall and remove the arrows as well. So you have her body, and you can take it outside if you'd like.
I'm taking it outside. And is there anywhere that we could toss it? That
There's
is that a well? Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Just chucking it in.
We got Morax
Not-
Tarantino
not
over
great
there.
for
I was
the quality
only
of
joking
drinking
when I
water
said
in
to
this
hide all the
place,
dead
but,
bodies in the well.
No, I'm holding this corpse. I'll look over at look at the well. I look over at Evangeline as if to say like, is this all right to do?
No. Put her next to the well.
I do that then.
Just do as commanded, but you
Toss
don't
her
have
in
to
a
worry
hole.
about the moral quandaries.
I'm asking from like maybe like a religious standpoint. Is like, am I defiling this corpse?
No,
I don't even know.
If
No,
you're-
because they basically burn their people, right?
No, that's Osaria. I mean, some Atavians do, but yeah, Atavians would. You wouldn't.
All right.
Halloween wouldn't.
All right, I drop the corpse next to the well, not in.
Got it.
Yes, we're not just resting in the room with a rotting corpse.
All right, you go inside, and maybe there's still the kind of minor remnants of the engagement, but you would note that this space appears to be multi-purpose. It seems to have 2 purposes. There appears to be kind of a hunter's kind of setup. Outside, you saw a skinning knife and kind of material for skinning animals. And on the inside, you see some other remnants of kind of hunter's gear. No traps, but signals and notices, kind of things that would kind of allow for a hunter to know if an animal has passed a specific area. And then on the other side of it, there appears to be a lot of methods to move messages or take messages. So that was her main profession.
So are we going to rest or move on?
I need to take a breather.
If you take a short rest, you can go ahead and spend as many hit dice as you'd like. Regain all features that you would regain on a short rest.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that would work.
Absolutely hilarious.
Oof.
Let's go. 2 zeros.
Minimum 1 on hit dice.
2.
I don't know why it does that.
Because I have a -1 con.
Yeah, I know it's silly. Okay. And go ahead.
Is our hit point maximum still raised, or is that ended?
From 8? Yeah, you haven't gone through 8 hours.
Okay. I couldn't remember what the time was on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Might as well do it one more time. Oh, nice.
As you do rest, what you'll note is there is a lot of sound that seems to be kind of coming into this space from the wall behind you. It definitely sounds like there is something going on in the larger structure. It almost sounds like there's a great number of people kind of inside of the center of that space.
To the directed to the that one. Okay.
Yeah. As you can see, the kind of lower sections of it kind of bevel down, and you're kind of planted firmly against its exterior wall.
If we're real quiet, can we make anything out?
Listening to it, it's kind of coming through a stone wall, so there's not really any. Yeah, it's that. But the thing is what you're noticing is there's no cadence or anything. It's not like there's some sort of chanting or something going on. It definitely just sounds like guard types are kind of milling inside.
So what is the idea that we have? I can sneakily climb and get into places if that is necessary.
I have no idea.
I think
Well, sitting
man,
in
that old dragon thing really knocked it out of me. I feel like I don't remember last the hour or so. Did we ever get up to the main sanctuary or anything today? I'm asking, did we ever approach the main place that the abbess would
We did a
be
tower
staying in?
puzzle.
Well, they approached the church, and that's when they got attacked by the ghost dragon.
Gotcha.
They haven't entered the space yet.
That is true. We have not gone into the church, and we came all this way over here to do that.
Shall
Maybe
we?
should go- Yes, I think that might be a good idea.
All right.
Head that way.
Matriarch, can you like say a prayer for us?
Wait until the morning after.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a spell. It could just be a prayer. That's
Yeah.
still-
She'll say prayer-like things.
Okay.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. You wicked bitch.
Prayer like things. Fantastic.
I'm not religious. I don't know what I'm doing.
That that's fine.
I try.
Fear is
Okay,
the mind killer.
that's true. You must remain calm. All right, guys, let's head over. Over here.
It's-
Wait,
This is
before
the
we all go,
place.
I'm gonna hand out Bardic Inspo. So,
Bardic Inspo.
it's gonna be. I'm gonna get the melees. So,
I'm a melee.
That's
yes.
right. That's what I'm thinking.
So the mayor-
That doesn't include me.
No, the mayor, the sheriff, and the
I
bodyguard.
actually, it looks like I actually already have one from you.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Aid is technically magical healing / hit point adjustment. Wipe it off of you. Same for Okran.
Oh,
And I just realized that after I typed to John, plus whatever aid is, because he was calculating his hit points. Sorry, John.
Oh well.
oh no, I didn't have aid. Never mind, I'm good.
Well, no.
Did you- My
Okay.
ears heard, oh, I didn't have AIDS. Haha.
Oh, I also don't have AIDS. I hope.
Well, your character
What?
kind of does have magic aids.
Gotta be right back real quick.
Oh.
Magic
Magical
dragon aid.
Also
aids.
true.
Yeah.
No!
Okay. Anyway, so Chris, you already have your.
Yeah, I
Bardic.
think I already
You still have your
had
Bardic.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna give it to the mayor. No, we're gonna give it to the mayor, the bodyguard, and the Russian.
What a country.
Or apparently Austrian. Okay, so then after your rest, again, discussing what the plan of attack is, and just making sure we understand the situation as it stands. You are approaching the chapel of the abbey, You were attacked by a ghost dragon. This caused you to retreat back to a space where you could rest. While resting in that space, you know that there is the sound of guards inside of the large structure in the middle of the abbey. It's
Oh, right.
what Dahabe would know is the fortified reliquary.
Maybe we should go check that out since we heard noise from it. I mean, just saying.
Well, take stock of what your goal is.
Yeah. What's our goal?
Might be good to discuss that in character.
Isn't our goal here to find that book and touch it with this sword? And then hopefully get out of here. That would be ideal.
If my memory serves me correctly, the structure directly to our north is probably a fortified reliquary.
Should we check that out before we go?
It might be a place where you could keep a really special book. Who knows what kind of, mad logic the Abbess is functioning under at this point, but it could be an option.
Yes, I think I agree with this.
I think that's easily the most logical, idea we've got so far.
Is it? Oh.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you at the same time. Again, like it's it does sound like you have a sound idea. I don't want you to bury that because people are suggesting something else. I definitely want you to have that conversation in character.
Would the Abbess like just leave this book where it would logically be kept if she knows that we are likely coming to take it and for all intents and purposes destroy it?
I certainly can't begin to wonder what the abbess is thinking. If the evidence before our eyes is to be believed, she had one of her most trusted servants murdered. So, I don't know.
Unless there's someone else up here. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I'm just thinking like if you had a super great treasure and then somebody's
Treasure?
breaking into your house, somebody's breaking into your house to take the treasure, would you leave the treasure in the box with the great big sign that says super great treasure?
Yes, because they would never look there.
That you're right.
They'd be like, they wouldn't be that dumb. They would never put it there.
And I mean, if that's the only box in my house that has a lock on it, why would I unlock it for them?
Also, it sounds like it's full of guards. What else could they be guarding?
Lord.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Maybe things that will help us.
What is the plan for getting into that fortress? Were we having just out of character? We were having like our Okran was like scouting places, and then like once he determined it was safe, everybody else would go. Right? Was that what our continued plan would be, or do you want both of us to go?
I mean, we could go look through windows, and
Yeah,
I can literally climb up the wall.
loitering and right? Reconnoitering.
Reconnoitering.
Yeah, loitering and reconnoitering. That's not the way you say that word, but I guess it's one way.
Hey, same idea.
Yeah. So I think since it's kind of fortress-like, it's going to be difficult. And I think maybe the best bet would be trying to climb up as opposed to going through doors. Try to climb up to the next levels. But
Well, should I scout first?
I'm thinking, yeah, you could. I think that's probably a good idea. Like if you get caught versus all of us, if all of us get caught, we might be inclined to fight immediately and alert the whole thing. If you get caught, maybe you could run away and they.
I mean, we can use this as our base, right? Where we were hiding, and then Okran.
That's the clubhouse
Scout.
now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Oh God.
and that works.
Probably safer.
Okay.
All right. If you're gonna do like recon work, if you run into anything that, I'll talk in character. If you run into anything that is like a suspect, let me know and I can check it out.
Yeah, can do.
Okay.
That's the plan, I think, kind of.
I mean, are they just like looking at, since we're in the courtyard, are they just like looking at us through the windows? Just like,
There are no windows that you can see that are open besides the ones on the buildings that you investigated.
okay.
I think we're gonna have to climb.
The red flagged buildings are completely shuttered.
Okay.
Okay, so just let me know where you're wanting to go and what you're wanting to check.
Oh god, it's so much. We didn't even go through this building, right?
So you would note that this bridge is not something that has like a passage in it. It's not like a connected segment. So if you go into this building, you'll be going into this building. You will not be going into this building. These are separate.
Were you pinging?
So I'll try that one more time. This building that you pinged is
Right.
not connected via a bridge, like an interior bridge. That's just a regular ass
Right.
bridge. So this
Right.
building here is the one that you're focusing on, and it doesn't seem to be connected to the one that you were initially pinging. It's a separate building.
Oh.
They're not interconnected.
Right, I thought we were focusing on this.
Well, you should. Well, I mean, sorry. Whoa. You want to do what you want. But they're wanting to go into the larger section of the...
Gotcha.
because it's a fortified reliquary. Reliquary is where holy relics are kept, if you're not familiar with the term.
Right.
I feel like we were getting lured into the reliquary, and now I feel like we aren't supposed to be getting lured into the reliquary.
Yeah, if you want. I'm ready for you.
Maybe
Well,
we
I
should
will-
split the party. That
Well,
would be
we scout out. We send Okran to scout it out, like try to peek inside, see if this is what we want. If it is, great. If not, then we can change the plan.
I believe the ball is passed to you, Open, if you want to do that or not.
Well, I'll at least try. So I'll start climbing up literally this building right here.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the top. No windows or anything to note. It does appear that a red flag is flaring from the top of it. As you hop over to the ledge there, you can see that there is red flags kind of flaring from this space as well. But you would note that this tower segment is actually just a interior descent. This is the steps that lead down to kind of the middle space there. Yeah, they go inside of the building, the tower, and then exit out on the ground floor. And
Okay.
if you hop over to the next section, it does look like there are some tools that were put up for repair, but have long since been kind of coated with snow, so they look like they've been abandoned a time ago. There are a number of flags flailing from this space. And looking around, you would note that there doesn't appear to be a doorway. You'd expect a doorway here on this larger structure. Doesn't seem like there is one. As you're kind of maneuvering on top of the building, you can definitely denote that your footfall will create noise, unless you move cautiously. However, listening to the wood of the roof will denote that it doesn't sound like there's much activity inside. However, you can see smoke billowing from one of the two chimney flues, and it does appear that there might be someone inside, or at least a heat source was left kind of going.
I guess I'll get on all fours and kind of then peek over the side. You said there was no windows here?
No windows, no doors.
There's no doors.
Just the kind of brick facade of where the back of the chimneys are located. Looking up, it does appear that there is a structure here that looks door-like. And if you kind of skitter your way up to that ledge, you would see that there's a very large door that is closed right here in this under this overhang.
Right.
This overhang here.
Yep. I'll kind of shuffle along the edge, like hanging from it, and then hop here.
Okay.
And try to go up another ledge.
All right. So if you make it up to the top section, what you will note is that the four tower mounts are basically kind of like gazebos, actually, not connected directly to the interior of the space. They're free-floating architecture. It looks like on the interior of each, there's a large iron brazier filled with wood, but unlit. And you would have noted that there was an arrow with fire in the first tower you entered in, and in the far side of the space, there was an arrow with fire in the tower of the building up to the top north.
Okay.
Whether there is such a arrow for firing in the chapel, you are not sure, and whether there is one in the main guard segment, you are unsure. But that would be your looking at it from this vantage point. Your assumption is that's where those volleys would come from if someone were trying to light these for warning purposes.
Well, they didn't do a very good job at that.
Well, kind of murdered.
I think my last little bit, so I'll skitter back over here
Okay.
and kind of like hop down, see if there's anything
Yeah, the only thing of note would
in
be
this general ping.
there is on the kind of closest to ground level, but not quite ground level, there is a large hole. And inside of that hole are iron bars. This looks like it's some form of either access to the underground or a specific pit designed for holding people or things. Kind of like an omelette.
Ooh. Those aren't good. Okay. So hop back up on here.
All right.
Skitter around.
Okay. And
Hop down here.
head back to your group, or are you going anywhere?
Yeah, I'll head back to the group.
Okay. And you report everything you saw?
Yep. I'll make note. Somebody probably in here. Based on those, somebody there, Ooblet. Then it looks like the arrows that were in the places. Not that one. There.
We're intended for that.
Yeah. But our best bet of getting in is probably the big door.
Be anything that I would particularly suggest with the books in there?
There was no windows.
Helpful.
Very.
That kind of makes sense, honestly. Probably should have thought of that. Yeah.
I say we continue to the chapel as we initially had intended.
I agree.
All right, I will go along with you guys.
Anyone protesting?
Nope.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. So, you move towards the doors of the church. They are large oaken doors that appear to have kind of gold handles ready for them to be kind of pushed open. Who is entering the space first?
Oh boy. I'll my sword at the ready. I'll push the door on open. Unless it's a pull door, in which I do note whether it's push or pull first.
Yeah, it will be pushing. And let me shift the map real quick. And bear with me here for a second. I shift the music as well. Okay, so when you first enter, you see that on the ground there is a neat rug, but slightly askew from perfect positioning. A number of cushions that have been laid out on similar but smaller rugs. And there is a bowl that is smoking with kind of a greenish colored incense. For those of you who bought the Ghost Dragon, this would very clearly remind you of the same kind of material that the creature not only breathed out but was made of. That said, it doesn't appear that there's anyone present within. The walls are not really a thing that we're dealing with in this space because I just want you to have kind of a fluid understanding of the space. There is a stair that heads up. You can actually see that in the center of the room, throughout the entire middle line of the room, there's an opening in the second floor. It would seem that there's kind of a viewing balcony up above for whatever rituals, practices, or religious rites are kind of performed here on the first floor. You would notice, too, that there are a total of 3 desks and a pulpit. The desks in question look like they would either be sat at facing the desks, and then some sort of ritual would be performed at these desks. They're not, or the opposite, they would be sat upon as if they were like benches. So they are not terribly high off or terribly low off the ground, but they're not terribly high off of it either. It'd be a very awkward sitting, but it would be plausible. And then it looks like there is a pair of booths on the far side with a couple of candles lit near them that have red drapes with similar patternings to the rug on their faces. Looks like there's a book at the pulpit. And yeah, that's the space that you see. Any other questions? It's pretty much one for one, the way it looks.
Is this decoration, the branches?
No. In actuality, it is literal growths that are on the floor.
And these are the sensors with the incense?
Well, yeah, they're just kind of bowls, actually, but sensor would denote that it has something to
Oh, gotcha.
do stuff with it.
Can I use prestidigitation to snuff them?
You can attempt to.
Okay.
They do not snuff it.
Rude.
Mikal would like to just kind of like investigate the area to make sure there's no like traps, either like magical or mundane.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
I'll do that. See what we can do. Investigation. What'd I roll, guys? Ooh, I rolled an 11 or a nat 20. So
11.
we'll go with the 11.
So there doesn't appear to be any traps that immediately flash out to you. You do note that the doors being open is causing the smoke of the spirit bowls to flutter inwards and kind of almost point directly at the door on the absolute opposite side of the space.
All right, I'll point this out. I'll be like, so you see the smoke seems to be going out the back door. That door. Just point it out to everybody in general. And I do not see any. I do not see any traps. So I'm gonna go over and like investigate the desk and everything, which is right over here, right?
So these are kind of desks that are present here, but they're also kind of benches to be kneeled at or to be sat upon. And then the pulpit is what you're looking at, I think.
Ah, okay. I will investigate that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one more investigation roll, I guess. And
All
then,
right, this time it's going to be really good.
as you're rolling that, I'm going to move to the next person who's kind of entering into the space. You get the all clear from the scout. So let's go ahead and keep with Moirax since you were the one who opened the door.
Okay. Note said like desks, the stairs, the incense is flowing towards that door in the back.
As long as the front door is open, correct?
As long as it's open.
Yeah. So once everybody gets
Okay.
in, if you shut the door behind you,
Okay.
then we'll see what happens.
What's this thing in the corner here?
It's basically a confessional booth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're looking at it
Oh.
sidelong, so it just kind of looks like a wooden booth.
Okay. Hey, shit. What's your name? Mikhail. Hey, you find anything over there?
And with an 11, if no inspiration is spent,
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not going to spend any inspiration. Oh, wait a minute here. I do want to say something. I did notice I have this special ability that, what the heck, that said something about. Okay, maybe not. I thought it said something, give myself admit. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't have that.
okay. So the book on the pulpit is the Bynod, which is the holy book of the Octavian faith. It tells the story of a man known as Onayo Nomen, who was granted life, and he was granted a companion for Sawell in the beginning of the Octavian understanding of how the world came to be. Onayo Nomen was not satisfied with his place in the reality that he was placed into, so he tricked the gods into giving him divine power. However, a mysterious stranger entered into this space and told the gods not to go too far with their judgment. So they banished him into death and created the rule of death at that point, a fusion of the two gods' aspects. And to govern the rule of death, they granted Persawel divinity, and she became Aluane. Thus was the word in triumvirate. Onayo Nomen was thereafter known as Alunusero, the exile. That one always gets asked on how it's spelled. But yeah, Moirax, you're kind of just maintaining a defensive posture in the center as Mikhail reads on holy text. Let's go ahead and go with Zach. What is Casey doing?
You said the smoke is all going towards this front door here.
Yeah, the wind's kind of blowing in that direction. That's right.
Can I try and quietly approach the door?
You certainly can. No stealth or anything is needed, but as you kind of make your way there, this cushion here, the smoke seems to kind of move across what appears to be a face, almost as if there's like something invisible there. But as you kind of turn to look at it, you realize it's not an invisible thing. Instead, it is an ethereal thing that starts to become more manifest as you move towards it. It then says in a ghostly voice, this young maiden kind of raising her hand up to kind of stop you. She says, "The Abbess is busy on the balcony. She asks that she's not to be bothered."
Do you intend to stop us? If we
Do you
do,
intend
go.
to disobey her wishes?
I think we are at a bit of an impasse, yes.
The spectral figure stands, and as she stands, you watch each one of the cushions sans the one that looks like it's the leadership position. A similar ghostly figure stands up as well. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. This is gonna be fun.
Y'all ready to watch Casey get one shot, baby?
I don't know if it'll be that bad. But
they don't have a lot of hit points.
what I will denote here, hold on. Bear with. as they kind of seem to stand against you, their forms become more visible. And the reason why that is because instead of being kind of this translucent kind of greenish color, they become shade like solid black in color. Um, well, kind of smoky black in color. Um, but before we get to finishing up with you, I am going to ask Evangeline, Okran, and Dahave in that order what you're doing upon your entry. Because remember, he's got to walk across the field of the space here before we get to this. Oh, they're so cute.
Whoa! Little baby versions.
Oh,
Little
whoa.
baby versions.
Little guys.
This little guy.
Aw.
Little ones.
It didn't copy the copy.
I feel like Evangeline would come check out this thing. Is this just a bench?
Yeah, it's a bench, but it's also kind of like a place where you kind of kneel at it and treat it as a shrine.
Oh. Okay. I guess. Yeah, she would be kind of like over here-ish. God damn it. Checking shit out.
Okay. And Okran, you see the stairs? Are you moving towards them?
Yep, I'm just going to be peeking up the stairs.
Okay. I mean, it's about a 15-foot ascent. You scary, so if you want to go up there, you can.
I might as well. Why not?
Should see a second map below this one.
Yep.
Stairs should denote where you come up.
Beep.
You would see that there are a number of benches. These are pews. A bit more kind of solidly so than the strange kind of desks, shrines, chairs downstairs. They are all kind of situated on multi-levels, which you can see. And there's a staircase that goes up, all the way up, towards a stone structure that's kind of hanging above and kind of acts as like this middle like brace for the ceiling, which is a
Right.
hugely vaulted ceiling. The structure in question appears to have arrow slits on it, and you can see kind of the glow of fire coming from inside of that space. And looking up at the top floor, you can see that there are windows that look like they are open enough for an arrow to fly through easily enough. Kind of situated on the north side, the south side, the east, and the west.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then Dahave. You would have been going towards the pew as well? Or the pulpit as well? If you're talking, you're muted, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. Yes, so she would want to look through the binod.
Yeah. And if you'd
For
like
clues?
to go ahead and make an investigation check.
$21.
Underneath the pew, there does appear to be a small kind of panel, kind of situated where like feet would kick. What you notice about the panel is it looks like there is a very small latch, and it looks like it's a door or a cupboard door.
Great, another one of these fucking doors.
Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
Inside, you see a staircase that descends downwards.
Oh my god, not again.
At about that point, Morax holding position, seeing Casey move forward, you see the dark shades kind of manifest. And as they do so, Casey and I are not surprised. So everyone roll initiative. And I apologize ahead of time.
Oh, no big deal.
Why couldn't you have told this thing like some kind of half truth? Like you're gonna
Wrong character. Nope.
Fire Wills is
No.
like, yeah, we're gonna do the right thing.
Honest monk over here.
Okay. So, Okran, you kind of come up there, and as you kind of like look down or look up, you hear kind of like a sound below, You look down from where you are, and you can see what's happening. These 8 shades kind of appear in place.
Yep.
These strange wraith-like creatures. You are surprised, but you kind of start, and you're no longer surprised. It goes to Dahave. You are looking down at the cupboard. You open up. You see stairs, and you kind of look up to say, "Hey, everybody! I found." And then you see the 8 shades appear at Casey's behest. Morax, standing in the center. You said you were on guard, so I am going to say that you were not surprised. If you'd like to act, you can.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna.
Yeah, they're not set on grid yet. I'll go ahead and move them accordingly.
Okay. Well, I'll step there, and I'll attack the one directly to my south.
Okay.
17 hit.
17 will hit.
Good.
Is your weapon made of silver?
It's that sword card called Narpus, so it should
I
be
know.
Ned.
Just a lesson for everybody. We've discussed it before. If your weapon is magical and there is a metal requirement for resistance, I am not of the mind that magical overrides metal resistances. It makes the metal of weapons pointless. So that's always been the case. So they will not be affected fully due to the weapon not being silver. So it will take damage. Second attack.
I'll swing the same one again.
Hit.
25 and 13.
All right. So you notice that the attacks are not as potent as your attacks have been in this space before. As you slash into this one, it immediately kind of turns its head over its shoulder and yells as if it was yelling at the door. The bookkeeper's sword is here. Morax, you are done. It goes to them. Morax, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You have a -4 penalty to the saving throw.
What?
You have a wisdom saving throw and you have a -4.
Why?
Because you're within 10 feet of 4 of them. So that will fail by 1. You are frightened and you have to use your reaction immediately to move out the door.
Don't forget you have your bardic.
Oh shit. Is it too late to add that?
Hold on. The bardic, when was it applied?
Before we came in here.
It was before we came in.
It was on the way in.
I got mine last time I played, so 2 sessions ago. It was after a long rest.
It was before the short rest. Bardic inspiration doesn't last forever. It only lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, shit. Oh, oops. My bad.
Double checking my notes. Or double checking.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. That's my bad.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
No worries. So, whoosh. And, hey, Casey. Same thing. Wisdom saving.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You
Yeah.
do not run out the door. You instead run into the confessional. In doing so, the confessional kind of curtains open magically for you. And when you enter into the space, they shut for you. As you kind of move into the
That
space,
doesn't seem like a problem.
you're no longer frightened. However, your speed is reduced to 0 as long as you are inside of the confessional and you cannot open the curtains of your own accord. What you notice is that on the opposite side through the grated window in between the 2 spaces, a shaded figure appears seated in that space and says, "Confess to me your sins." Moving on from the wraiths, because that's all they've got, it'll go to Evangeline. So these creatures appear and start to, after those 2 are pushed away, their darkness starts to fade, like they have been quelled. Whatever they wanted to do has been done, unless somebody's going to do something else.
She'll just come over and be like,
Just walk away from them.
just like,
No thanks.
so, wait, where's Casey?
You would have seen it. They're not so solid that you can't see through them.
I would have seen him zip in here.
Yeah, you would have seen him kind of move towards the curtain opened for him and then shut behind him.
So these guys are disappearing.
They're slowly fading back into nothing. Yes.
So like if I, it's because I'm a goblin today. If I just like walked up and didn't do anything, just was like.
Yeah, if you laugh and do nothing, your turn will pass, and I suppose we'd be okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know
Mikhail,
what to do.
standing behind the cover of the pulpit.
Okay. Yes, Mikhail would like to try something out. He's going to move down, and then he's going to reach across and see if he can snuff this pot of whatever it is out. And if he can't snuff it out by like snuffing it, then he's going to.
This is the first time someone's actually interacted with the bowl and not done so from a distance. As you look into the bowl, all you see is blackness, but not solid blackness, swirling blackness. And you can see that the swirl is in a pattern that seems to have 3 outstretched arms, similar in styling to the Atma symbol. The smoke that is coming out, as you stare at it and look down into it, you can see faces similar to the breath of the ghost dragon emanating up and then being pushed by the wind with force in the direction of the doors.
All right, that seems very bad. Can I object interaction pull out my arcane gun and just like blast it
You certainly
So
try.
I'll pull out
like
my-
a hell of a
Pull out
redneck?
my gun!
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull out the pistol, the arcane
Yeah.
pistol, you push it down towards the piece of artifice, and you pull the trigger. As the magic generates and hits into the center of it, it's almost as if the firebolt is larger than the actual bowl, but you watch the fire just kind of into the hole of it, and it doesn't seem to stop the smoke that's coming up out of it.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't seem
So-
to catch the interest of the wraiths at all. That does not seem to be a product of their conditioning. But yeah, you've moved up. You shot the bowl.
Yep. And it's still smoking.
Yeah,
I think we got to smoke that.
it's almost like the bowl itself ate the magic.
Yeah. It's crazy, crazy stuff. All right,
All right,
my experiment is done.
Casey. So like I said, your movement speed is 0, and the only action you are barred from taking is opening the curtain. And at the end of your turn, I'll need another wisdom saving throw. But during your turn, you can do whatever you'd like. Well, with some exceptions.
So, I'm not like still frightened or anything.
You are no longer frightened. Basically, it was like, oh, and then
Just
like,
chilling.
as the curtain shut, it was kind of like this. The best way I can describe it is if you're a fan of Dune, like it's almost as if the voice kind of like forced you to a position, and then like you were cognizant of that happening and the terror it elicited in you, but now you're in this state of that's over now, and I'm in this box but can't move for some reason.
But that's okay.
And the ghostly figure in the space next to you asked you, "Tell me your sins."
Do it. Do
Has
it.
Casey ever been to like the circus or the fair or anything where he saw some of these,
What? I
fortune
don't know where this
tellers?
is going. I do not know where this is going. I need to hear.
I
I need
was
to hear the
thinking
train
like
of thought.
like where somebody asks him to confess or something, you know?
They do this at
They
the
do
fair?
that at circus?
What?
I don't know. I was thinking
Babe,
kind of
I
like
think you're getting church
Catholic
and the fair
church and the fair
confused.
mixed up. I suppose there are people
think
that dress
so.
up. I suppose there's a lot of like
It can be a
fanfare.
bit of a. It can be a bit of a circus.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I get
That's
it.
fair.
You know,
I
maybe the
detect your
circus.
train of thought.
I was thinking more of like since we don't have like Catholic church here, we might have like fortune tellers or those type of people.
Please, every fantasy world has its Catholic Church
That's true.
equivalent.
Right.
I
right.
think we're raiding the
Cough,
Vatican
the
right now.
Octavian.
That or
Okay,
the
so
Nazis.
just to reiterate, my speed is 0,
Correct.
but I can still take actions.
You still take actions.
You just can't
I'm-
open the curtain.
The only action you are barred from taking is opening the curtain. That has to be done by someone else.
And I can't see at all outside.
Correct.
Cool. Then, so Casey walks in there, they sit down, tell me your sins. They'll turn to this shade and say, "Forgive me. I'm about to attack you." Shadow step into their space and then attack.
Okay. So as you enter into their space, what you will note is that they are ethereal, or like they're ephemeral. They're not like an actual thing. It's more of an illusion, like a projected illusion. And what you realize is that the thing that you're about to punch in the face, and as your hand kind of goes through it, is
Yeah.
a shade of the Abbess.
Oh
Cool.
shit.
You do not have a speed of 0 at the end of your turn. The effect will end because you are no longer in the capture square. Okay.
Penalty
cool.
bucks.
So inadvertently escaping the trap in a very original way. I appreciate that shit. But yeah, the curtain in this space is closed. You are not barred from opening this one. You are only barred inside the other space, but it closes out at the end of your turn. So Okrin, up above, you watch Casey run into a closet. You watch Morax run out the door, and you're up there, and the shades are slowly disappearing.
Okay, yeah. He's thinking this has got to be some sort of trap. He's going to run down.
Okay.
And what's happening? What?
And not taking any attacks or actions or anything.
Nope.
Dabe, I believe you are last on the ticket for me.
Okay, so I'll take a free action to go. I found another door and some stairs. Can I take an action to use like my arcane knowledge to figure out what the fuck is up with that fuckery? After I just witnessed him fire
A bolt into it and it gets sucked into
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you'll need to get right up on it, but you can certainly move over to it. The wraiths don't appear to be accosting
like protecting
you.
it or anything.
No, they do not. Okay, so if that's what you're doing, go ahead and make your Arcana roll, and I'll go ahead and close out this
21.
segment. Okay, 1 second. They will go whoosh. Okay, so looking at it, this appears to be chronomancy. The ghosts
Fucking
that are
chronomancy.
coming up, what you would be led to kind of understand, are not different souls. They're the same soul of the same person over and over and over again, being rent from different existences that are not manifestly real. They seem to be moving in that way towards the door despite the wind.
And this door is closed.
And it is apparently what you heard the maiden say. The Abbess is on the other side of the door.
She's sucking souls. She's doing something weird.
So Dahabe would like explain all of that in her like totally carefree Dahabe sassy way. And then okay, I already used an action and a move. Can I use an item interaction to like try to flip it over?
Yeah, flipping it over doesn't seem to do anything. Like the smoke seems to
Okay.
kind of seep out the sides.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. So the spirits vanish, and we're going to drop out of initiative. Morax, you kind of step out into the snow, kind of rushing out, turn back around, and at the end of your turn are no longer frightened. So we're just kind of moving out of combat and moving back into exploration phase until Zach does something.
Is he still stuck? Is Casey still?
Not stuck yet. You don't
stuck-
see him as you come in, but Casey, I assume you aren't stepping out. Is that right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Casey just stays in there.
You pop out. And again, the ephemeral kind of form of the maiden is still sitting there on that cushion to you. And if you do move towards the door, she will raise her hand to kind of stop you again.
No, I believe Casey, as they step out, would be like, "Huh, so I thought I heard staircase somewhere else."
Headed on down the way. Okay.
Yeah, Dahabe would. You know.
Casey and Moirax, since you saw them kind of in their first initiation, can I have the two of you make perception checks?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Moirax,
nice.
super good. So,
Ho-ho!
okay, all right.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Boys!
Perceptive boys.
They both rolled natural 20s, folks.
Well, people, things.
So this one here, this maiden or wraith or spirit, whatever it is, looked exactly like the messenger.
Oh man.
They've been
Enslaving
taking people.
people's souls.
Yes, for servants.
That's fucked up.
Yes, this is messed up. We must do it for the motherland.
Wait, this has to stop.
Oh, sorry. One thing I forgot to mention, Okrim, when you were out there, there was a stack of books on a small little side table up top.
Books. Oh, there was books upstairs.
Maybe Adabe should go up and take a look.
Yeah, I guess I better go take a look.
I will go with you.
Starts throwing them down through the hole.
Oh,
Ow!
shit.
Somewhere around 20 books. About 7 of those are just copies of the Bynod. Then there are 3 hymnals, which appear to have the kind of hymns of order and the hymns of the even-handed judge. And then the other 10 books appear to be journals, like they were written out by someone. When you look into them, the hand is very erratic. It's almost as if someone were writing in kind of a manic state, or like a very distressed state. There are a lot of doodles that look similar to kind of what you know to be kind of the heretical chronomancy kind of formations.
Well, yeah, I'm
Okay.
becoming real fucking familiar with that shit at this point.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there is a purpose, and it also looks like there are notations in these journals that seem to notate back to page numbers to a book that you do not have access to, and what you would presume to be the book that she stole.
Yeah, it was Mad Libs, right?
Yeah, how'd
Yeah.
you know?
It was Mad Libs was the name of the book. If you want to make an Arcana check, like just kind of quickly kind of browsing through these journals, obviously in short order, to see if you can
21?
kind of
Oh, no, that'll be a 20.
to see if you can suss out what is kind of going on here. It's definitely beyond you. It feels like the magic that's kind of being described here, or whatever ritual or practice she seems to be engaging in, whatever its end goal is something you do not know. However, you do understand that the bowls downstairs, the killing of 8, and the sacrifice of 4 is a part of the ritual in question, and the end portion of the ritual is very hard to kind of figure out, but it has something to do with the dead, the ones that were killed and the ones that sacrificed themselves.
So this looks like just one location where they're doing, rituals and stuff. And it sounds like they're messing with time and also messing with necromancy.
Yeah, it's a hodgepodge of heresy.
You know,
Yeah.
necromancy I can live with, but this chronomancy shit is like, It's too much. I am so
Yes.
sorry.
I agree. It is messed up. We must stop it.
Well, I think from what I saw, going through that door results in the ghost popping up and attacking or doing whatever it is that they're doing. Maybe we should go down these stairs and see what we can see if there's an alternate route.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Oh,
Okay.
Okrin, did you notice any doors up there? Maybe we could navigate through the upstairs too.
Well, it looks like it kind of just brought up to a tower to, shoot a arrow at the bonfires.
Hmm.
I mean, I could go up there real quick and see if we can see down onto the balcony.
Okay.
Okay.
Run up there.
So yeah, if you do that, you get up to the space, and I will add it to the layer. So you would note that there are two doors on the side of this bad boy, and they appear to lead out. There are a number of windows, as we already discussed, one on each of the four walls, and it looks like there is a single pew, a number of arrow slits inside of the space, and you are underneath the roof. By the way, you are not out in the open. But it looks like from these kind of defensible points, you could fire down on anyone in the pews on the second level, anyone in the middle line of the first level, or out towards the brazier in the center on the reliquary with the fire arrows that are present here. The bow in question is just a regular looking bow, but it appears that it is made out of bronze.
I'll snatch the bronze bow up.
Huh?
I'll take the bronze bow.
Okay. You have a bronze longbow.
And then, I'm sorry, these right here were doors?
That is correct.
Are they locked?
They are not. And if you utilize one, just let me know which one you're wanting to do. North or south?
The one I'm next to.
I can't see that right now. North or south?
North.
Okay. So, you would come out onto the high wall,
Makes sense.
and your presumption is that the same would be the case outside. From this vantage point, looking out towards the balcony, you can't get a line of sight, but you do see that there is kind of a tinge of kind of greenish glow coming from the balcony.
Okay.
As to what's happening with that, you are not certain.
And would it look like, is it just like flat wall up until right there?
Correct. The balcony kind of just hangs off of. The best way to describe it is the building is kind of built in a fashion so that kind of last 10, 15 feet is hanging off of the wall. There are a couple of formations that are kind of holding it up, but the balcony is completely free floating. Stone, kind of like a little bit of a bevel on the bottom for just look. It's almost like the platforms in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, if you get what I'm hinting at there.
The Senate?
Kind of like just like the round like landing sections and.
Gotcha.
Unlike Bespin.
Bespin, yeah, the Cloud City.
Yep. So, could I get up on the roof
Climb up to the roof.
and then like kind of peer under the balcony?
So, if you look down into that space, you would see a woman, hair flaring out in the wind, hands grasping a book, which is open, seemingly just kind of, standing in the cold, a green glow kind of around her, but more particularly kind of a reddish glow inside of the book, and the green kind of entering into the book or creeping into the pages of the book very strangely.
Okay.
You're
And
about,
she doesn't notice me, right?
she doesn't notice you. You are about 30 feet above her if you are kind of on the low portion of the roof. 40 feet above her if you're at the high point.
How good's your sword throwing arm?
I mean, I could probably get right here, just drop it on her head.
He's got a bow and arrow. He's got a bow and arrow.
Oh,
Do I
keep in mind,
want?
it is very windy.
Oh, the sword.
You can survive a 30-foot drop.
I'm not. That's not. This is scouting mode. So
Get up
he'll
it anyway.
he'll back up. Oh, right, that sword. I thought you meant just like drop something on her noggin.
No. I meant like just go tap the book. Game over.
So he'll
C-dub.
then he'll skitter back into the building, go all the way down, and meet with them.
Entering back in.
All right, so I saw the abscess. Anyway,
Pleasure yourself.
it looks like she's pulling the whatever this green stuff is into that their book that we're trying to find.
That's not good.
Yeah, and the book looks red, but the green goes into the red. And I don't know. I'm not
How many guards were
Magic.
with her?
0.
Oh,
I kind of think this was the but from the roof, it's about 30-foot drop. If you guys want to try that, just saying.
Yes, we could use a rope to lower down.
But we would be open to being. Fuck.
So she's
Ah.
right through those doors right there.
Literally right through those doors.
Should we be quiet?
I don't. She looked busy, right? She looked busy.
She looked busy.
She was busy, but I mean, she could have heard us. She didn't hear me up on the roof.
So
It's very windy out there. It's very, very windy.
So you think we can get the drop on her?
Probably not with these. You run into Q confession booths and we're not running away though.
No, but if there's a way up from the roof, you said there was another exit up above. It
Yeah,
didn't seem to
yep.
stop you from going that way.
Yeah, well, I had to climb out of the roof, and after that,
I believe we have rope. Can you not secure that for the rest of us?
I believe we could. Yeah,
Then
I mean, yeah, come on
gestures
up.
towards the stairs.
I'm just like, well, come see.
Is there a reason why we can't just go through the door?
because then the
the
ghosts are going to
beast.
activate, and then you're going to freak
Oh.
out, and you're going to run out into the snow.
Oh, right. Yeah.
If there's a way around them that can save our resources, let's go around them and save our resources.
I follow you now. I understand.
Okay. So,
So I guess
everybody's
we
going
are
up
following.
the stairs. Is that right?
Yes.
I think so, yep.
Okay. And
Unless
exiting up the
someone wants
same-
to, unless we want to go downstairs for any reason. Like,
Yeah,
if
we
we
still
have
haven't,
a
we still
path.
haven't gone downstairs.
I mean, we could go downstairs. I'm just saying what I
I
saw.
believe Dame was like, we can check downstairs. And Ogre's like,
And-
fuck that roof.
No.
Rooftop.
Dabe did say, unless we want to look on the roof, did you find any doors on the roof? So
Good point.
Okran, wasn't like, fuck you and your idea. So I think the roof idea is pretty good. Dahabe would not. I mean, a bird in the hand, right? Is this a bird in the hand?
I don't know.
Yes, I think so.
We
Um,
can check downstairs. We're already up here. Kidding.
I would go up there with y'all.
I think in the basement is where they store all magic items and stuff. But that is
Oh,
okay.
right.
Well, I'm
That
also
is okay.
thinking that it
It's
could be.
just 85 health potions.
Yes,
We
exactly.
could add for the battle.
Yeah, 10 for each of us.
Is there a
Curse,
like
curse
a
proof health potions.
Yeah, exactly.
But
could be like a
I
potion of remove curse or some bullshit. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I think that it might be like back down in the the basement where we came up. You remember? Where we we beat that kid up
Oh,
and
that.
You didn't beat him up.
Right, we restrained.
Wait, we
restrained
didn't
him.
kill him, right?
No,
Okay.
the Abbess probably did though.
Right?
Was it that kid? Was he the kid in the smithy?
Which
Yeah.
kid?
The one that we tied
The
up,
Wizard's Apprentice.
like bad
Oh no,
people.
no, no, no.
Okay.
No, he went north. He went towards the building that you went to at the top. So the presumption is that he's either kind of in the northern side of the reliquary, kind of like in the main hall, or he entered into the space you already searched. So it's definitely the reliquary.
I mean, if he's in cahoots with the Abbess, how innocent can he really be?
Yeah, the company you keep, you know. You definitely
Yes.
want to judge everyone on that.
Everyone,
Indeed.
Especially children.
especially children.
Most definitely children. You hear that, children?
nobody's safe.
All you wee tots watching at home.
You remember that. But yeah.
You
so
will be judged by your parents.
to double make
Or your
sure,
parents.
is the plan to go up onto the roof with everybody? Is that the plan?
Nobody said no. Casey's not the smart guy, man.
I said, I mean, we
They
could
don't know what
do
they're
that.
doing.
For some
They're-
of us, it would be. For some of us, it'd be safe. For not for everybody. And
Yes.
there's not much room
I'll move us out there. That's fine. I mean, we can
from the roof to hop down there.
We can
That's got to
definitely-
be a good.
start from bad decision making. What I will say though is the wind is very heavy. I just want to make sure that's stressed. So even though you have a climb speed, you were feeling very kind of it wasn't
Battered.
easy.
Cochran did say it a couple times. The wind's really bad.
Yes, we did. It is bad out here. Maybe we should check basement real quick just to see. Maybe there's a passageway from one building to another. I don't know, but
All I'm imagining is
But I just
like,
don't see there being another passageway to a balcony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
well,
I'm
that's
with the
true.
mayor on this one.
Yeah.
If you want to check it, you can. If you don't have to.
But they're not opposed to checking it.
Well, we might as well just head out and do what we were going to do then. Get into hijinks.
All right.
meanwhile, Evangeline's fur is like literally
real quick,
getting pulled
since,
out. And
since there
fluffed.
definitely seems to be kind of this weird waffling on it, I'm just going to ask each one of you individually, and we'll see if it happens. Gijo, do you want to go and check underneath the
No.
pulpit? John, do you want to check underneath the pulpit?
Pass.
Zach, do you want to check underneath the pulpit?
Nah.
Magpie, do you want to check underneath the pulpit?
No.
Kevin,
I think
do
we're
you want to
happy.
check underneath the pulpit?
Sure.
Okay, so you go down into the space and take a look, and I'm just going to very quickly shift us back inside for a second. And when you look, you would see that the space beneath appears to be a small kind of just storage area. But looking at it a bit closer, what you would notice is it looks like a very kind of makeshift living space. It looks like there are two windows that peer out of the mountain towards the south. And seated at a table, playing solitaire, is a woman you met only once, although you know her by reputation and by trade. The woman sitting there is none other than Tiffany Isla, the cellarer of Morag Monastery, the one who keeps
Yes.
the ales that are crafted here up on the mountain. As you approach down the steps, You see her hand shift to the side and grab a blade and point it at you. And she says, "Oh," and then sets the blade down. "The hell are you doing here?"
I would say hello and bow and say, do not worry. We have come to discuss some matters with Abbess.
You do know she's gone psychotically mad, right?
That was one of the things we wanted to discuss with her. I have some friends here.
I don't know if you're familiar with how
Discuss.
this kind of madness works, but she aims to give life to the mountain.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yes, we do not think that is a good idea. Could you take me and my friends to her? That would be very helpful.
No,
We could
fuck
get this
you.
over with.
She says.
Well, no, I'm not asking you to do
Fuck
any
that.
fighting or anything, but
She doesn't know I'm down here. However, you found me. I mean, you must have keen eyes. It's a well-hidden compartment. I was hoping to ride it out and eventually come up, perhaps maybe deal with her. But she looks down at her sword, and you'd notice that the obsidian blade that she has seated, it's a greatsword with an obsidian blade, and the blade is slightly smoking.
very cool.
She says, "I have no desire to deal with her on her own ground. Have you obviously had to deal with the matter outside, I'm assuming, that abomination?"
Oh, you mean big spirit dragon?
Right.
Yes, this is yes, this we've myself and my companions have dispatched.
Your companions?
Yes,
else is with
do you have room down here for maybe 5 other people to ride it out with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have the food, unless we're all okay. And she pulls up a small bowl with a spoon in it that has kind of this grayish-looking gruel matter in it. As long as you don't mind sharing a spoon.
Yes, I do not know. I do not think my companions would like that. But I was kind of joking. We have to deal with this problem. This is not going to go away. Our town is already burning, so
Well, so much
now
the
it's
better.
mostly vengeance.
I can't offer you much in the way of help, and I don't plan to. She gestures towards the clutter of things that look like they were kind of forced down here very suddenly, like some very weird things too, which a couple of them confuse you. Like there's a boat oar, just a weird grouping of shit in the pile she gestures to. But you see that there are a couple of bottles of alcohol, and she says, "You can take that. It might give you some bravery, some liquid courage."
Well, I mean that is a very kind offer, but I think what we really need would be guidance of where to go. Like how we could
You
get.
came here, you know where she's at. If you want to
Yes,
have discourse with
not
her.
really. That is the problem. Is we've been kind of wandering around from place to place and fighting spirit dragons.
She's out on the balcony performing her ritual. She's probably near done. She's been at it all night.
Of the reliquary.
No.
No, we know where she is.
Oh, we know she was on the other side. Yes, but how did we get there? I guess that's the question I should be asking. How do we get there?
Through the door.
Door.
But won't spirits?
I don't know.
Nope.
I haven't been up there
I
in
don't
a
know.
while.
That seems like a bad idea.
I know
don't.
she was marching around asking for volunteers to kill themselves, and that wasn't me. So then she started beating the blacksmith. So I ran all the way to the north side of the town and made my way back here. Last place she would look is right under her nose, right?
Yes, that is a good idea. So if you're going
Mikhail,
to,
what are you doing down there?
What's going on?
I'd be like, let me go talk to my companions. I'll be right back, and I'll go back up and tell you guys basically what she has said so far. I'd be like, I don't think she wants to help us or come with us.
Did you
but,
tell her that we had the sword that will send the book back?
No, I kept those details to myself.
Mikhail, okay, so
Oh my god! God damn
Dahabe
it.
would descend down the stairs. Hello.
Lord Keeper, hi, yeah.
Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, you look
I
great.
told your compatriot I am not going to join you in any means, and you can
Let me
take-
catch you up. Okay, we have the means to get rid of that very powerful magical artifact that she's using, just with a quick bump.
You're a lore keeper, right?
Yes.
Have you heard the tale of the boy, the bear, and the honey?
Have I?
It's a child's tale. I learned it in my youth. A simple tale of a boy stealing honey from a bear and getting his just deserts for such a foolish idea. You mean to remove the book from the Abbess, and you don't think that she won't visit you with her power? I'm not afraid of a book.
Never said that.
I'm afraid of the Abbess. You can take those bottles with you. Please, try and draw less attention to the entrance to this room. Just staring at her like...
I never took you. I mean, I know that you're a merchant, a woman of, that weighs the risks and the rewards. But what the Abbess is trying to do is...
I'm not a fighter. I'm not a combatant. You're asking for aid from someone who will do nothing to assist you.
Then, could you lend us your sword?
It will do you no good unless you can wield it.
I mean, I don't know anything about swords, honestly. I'm just looking for any...
Do you have anybody up there who can use a great sword?
Oh, I don't know. Do we?
Someone who has a much better great sword. Out of character note, this was the sword that you would have given Morax had you not gone the book route.
Oh, okay.
Can I power stance them?
It's not Elden Ring.
I don't think you
it's
can
not Elden
do
Ring.
that.
Jump up,
Oh.
swing both.
Yeah, every jumping attack is my only thing. The only attack I do.
In
now.
between each attack, you have to do like 3 rolls and then
Yeah.
attack again.
I mean,
Absolutely.
out of
Just
character,
jump.
I'm trying to milk
Attack.
this for like every ounce of support I can get, but it
There
sounds
are
like she's
5
a
bottles
survivor.
next to you.
Okay.
The
Well,
The bottles in question look like they're kind of a dark glass, and they have a labeling that has halfling writing on it and year marks. If-
okay.
Mikhail was down there, so, well, no, Mikhail, you were the one who went down. Yeah, Mikhail, you were down there.
Yeah.
You would know
Yes.
that they are liquid courage, like literally liquid courage. Not,
Aha.
haha, that's a joke.
Liquid courage.
Yeah, liquid courage.
Okay, well, Dahabe will scoop them up. You would happen to know if there's any scrolls or potions to remove a curse around these parts?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I suppose such scrolls would be kept inside of the reliquary, but
Oh, fuck the reliquary. Okay.
what were you
Well,
cursed by?
oh, they, the more combatant types had to get close up to the dragon and got cursed by its essence.
I don't know what to say in regards to that. I apologize. Best of luck to you.
Thanks, Tiffany. Hope you things don't get too crazy and you can write things out down here.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Good luck to you too. Bye.
She's got a bathroom. She's got a cot. She's set. She's set for life. It'll probably be weird once the mountain starts moving, but she's gonna use her hope for an element of surprise.
We are going to stop it from moving. That is our plan.
I don't know. Our plans don't seem to be going very well.
Let's just go
recently.
and confront her and get it over with.
Yeah.
Well, out of character, honestly, like this is definitely a situation where one or more of us may not survive. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll say that in character. This is a situation where one or more of us may not survive.
Difference between player and player character. More head bobbing.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Are we all
Let's see,
together
this-
in the room at this point?
Yeah, you
I
would
think
be
so.
upstairs in the common floor there.
I think that's it.
Are we boring you?
I think that's
Sorry.
it's like, oh, we might all die. Oh, you call that
Sorry,
extremely
I'm
dangerous.
tired
I
from
call
working all day.
that Thursday.
That's just the life I lead.
I think that's a risk that we all accepted when we decided to climb this mountain.
You know what? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it wearing that damn tiara. Where is it?
Wait, I thought you had that on.
No,
Oh,
I'm not keeping. I don't think I'm
I do
keeping,
now.
Okay, put it on.
I'm wearing the
happens?
weird ice crown.
I sent you the stats on that, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on.
Oh god, now you're gonna turn into the Ice King.
Oh my gosh, no, it's not bad. It's not. You're not.
No, because no one put it on.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
summoning a genie. No, I sent the stats for it. I swearsies, I did. Because it was identified.
but
It
maybe
was
you put
identified.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that. I don't remember
No.
though. So
It was
I-
like
I do.
the
I don't remember
crown
the
of
stats though.
something or other, and it.
I'm looking.
It was in the
for it right
spike pit.
Oh wait, what's the name?
now. Yeah,
The last name?
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, it was one of
Oh.
the princes and princesses or whatever the hell.
This crown
Madramic?
made of glass is what I have. It wasn't made of ice. I think it was
No,
crown
it's not
made of
Madramic.
glass. Maybe
Malvin,
it's
Like,
there
it
are
wasn't
kind
her
of wondrous
actual
item unique
crown, but it
requires
was-
attunement. I got it right here.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and post it again in the
it's
general.
Waterford.
Waterford.
Waterford crystal.
Swarovski crystals.
Yeah. See, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, now that you say
Uh,
something about genie, I do have this bottle I've been shaking for a
Oh,
long
Malvin Dareth. What? You opened that fucking genie.
time.
Swear to God.
No, it's not that bad. Yeah, there's no ill towards effect. So Armor of Agathis is a spell that'll give you 10 temporary hit points, and if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have them, you deal 5 cold damage to them. But actually, since it's level 2, it's actually 10 temporary hit points and 10 cold damage each time you're hit.
I think you are nigh invincible with this.
No,
glass
you can only
crown
cast
on
it one time.
for one time.
Doesn't seem like we have
Then you have to cast it again as an action.
time to attune though.
You had a short rest. I would have been fine with this.
Alright,
We
cool.
retconned it. Very.
Alright,
Thank you.
attuned.
Hashtag
Or
attuned.
Gina.
Up to the roof then.
Thoughts
the
and
roof?
prayers to your attunement. Yes, let's go to attunement.
What?
What?
I meant let's go to the roof.
Just saying words. Okay, so
It didn't work.
focusing in
I
on this
just
corner.
inserted them. All right.
So,
Oh wait. I can't
I'll
just sit
help.
on the roof for no reason.
I'll
Sorry.
go up there and
So far as to say, Okran will be the only one who can climb up the roof without issue.
Can Okran carry a rope up there, tie the rope down, and help give us help
how
climbing
far is
up
it from
to the
this to this 15?
No, it is
60
20.
looks like.
so
Oh.
it'll be. Let me double check actually. So 30. Sorry. So the ceiling is 30 off of the main. The middle section is 30 off of the floor that you came out on. So
Okay.
the low part of the roof would be 25. It's not a very it's not a very pronounced arch.
So I guess you'll tie it to one of these little knobbies.
Now you can certainly try. They look slick with ice.
He gets down and goes,
It doesn't really change much of what's happening there, but yeah, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like it would be a very secure post. Is what I'm trying to allude to. You can certainly
Um,
try it.
Anybody have grappling hook on their items? I do
Don't
not.
we have pythons?
Maybe.
We
Pigeons
have
are-
climbing gear.
Pockets
Yeah,
with
we have climbing gear.
Yes, that is true. We did get that. In old country, we climb everything.
This is the
It's explorers.
Right? I'm like, are we
In old country.
Let's see, an
You
explorer's
don't
bag.
climb mountain climb
Mountain
you.
climb you. Yes. In Russia, you don't climb mountain. Mountain climb you.
Well, it's not the explorer's pack; it's the climbing kit.
Oh, that's just what I had on me. But does that have a grappling hook?
We all have a climbing kit.
So
Yeah.
the main point.
yeah.
The main point is if you're wanting to ascend, I need you to make an athletics check, and I have a DC for it.
Let's do it, guys.
Okay.
Can we wait? Can you say a prayer for us, Magpie?
Morax, you
Yes.
just start climbing, and kind of make your way up to that first ledge. The wind kind of catches your feet a bit, but you kind of brace your talons, your foot talons into the stone, push yourself up, and kind of grab a hold of that middle stone buttress, and kind of start moving your way up to the middle of the roof. You are on the roof.
Evangeline would say like a quick prayer to each person as they go up. She can use guidance, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So that'll
Moirax, can you do me a favor and just flap your coat, make a little shadow up there?
right?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
dude,
there be a
as
shadow
he
on
makes
us?
the shadow with his cape, can I like teleport underneath it?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's fine. Whoosh.
Is that what? What
I was
ability
able to
is
move
that
him.
from? Actually, I'm curious.
Monk?
Shadow step.
Oh, what is that? A custom sub?
Nope.
Way of the
Way of
shadow.
Shadow.
It's a subclass.
It's one of the
Oh.
players' handbook.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. You can teleport from shadow to shadow 60 feet, and your first attack after doing so has advantage.
I've never played monk.
Well, you should. They're great.
They're fun.
I love them.
You can shadow step down there, bro.
There's shadow. Well, actually, I'd say there's less shadow. It would be hard because she's got glowing going on.
Oh.
The
You could
map
jump.
does have a shadow space, but I would say that the
Because
You
of
could
the
jump
glow
off.
of the light
glow
from
bar is
the.
probably getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Or at least casting it to the far corners away from her.
Right.
Do you want us to roll acrobatics to climb up or athletics?
No, athletics. Acrobatics is falling, athletics is climbing.
What if I roll athletics and then fall?
Then you'll roll acrobatics.
Nice. I like.
Oh,
not so
God.
hot.
You can't
I-
even get up a bit. Like, you're trying to make your way up, and there's no ascent. Even with a rope, if a line was cast down, you
Even
can't
with
get it.
guidance?
Even with, well, you can roll a d4. It's not going to help too much. It definitely doesn't get over the threshold. So the main thing is for you, Mikhail, is it's not a matter of strength. It is a matter of this. The rope's kind of doing this in the wind, and the second you kind of get a hold of it, you're like, okay, it's a bit straighter, but you can still feel it moving. And once you start to get up a bit, it starts to take you with it, and you're not able to brace yourself on the side of the stone or kind of hold yourself to the wall in a fashion that's not going to shoot you out over the ledge and at an angle which will be precarious. So you kind of, instead of going up as it starts to move you just kind of, nope, I'm okay. I'm not stupid.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to stay down there for a little while at least.
Dahave, you are able to teleport up to the top, but once you do make it to the ascent, I do need you to make an athletics check.
What?
You will
It's,
get
it's,
guidance.
it's not a perfectly flat surface. It's got an angle to it, and it's slick with ice is the main points I'm trying
You
to
know
stress
what?
here.
I don't like this.
Your athletics check isn't going to be as high a DC as everyone else's who's gone up there so far, because you've already did the hard part. And if that has the guidance, which would be +1, that'd be 15.
No, that's jack of all trades.
Oh,
trades.
15,
But you have guidance for me.
perfectly fine. Yeah, you are
So
up.
it'd be a 16.
You are up there. You kind of drop to
Alright,
your knee
cool.
at first and kind of grab a hold of the buttress, and your feet kind of slip out from underneath you, but you manage to kind of plant your, legs and kind of grab a hold of it firmly enough that you don't fly off. All right. Okrin, Dahabe, and Casey and Moirax are all on the roof. Just Evangeline and Mikhail are not.
Could I go a bit down and try to help steer people up?
Well, or we can also kind of help triangulate the rope.
So what I will stress here is that the rope and the aid is granting advantage. What I haven't told
Okay.
you
Gotcha.
in the back line is that you have disadvantage. So you, even with climbing kits and all that, like the disadvantage still stays due to the wind current. So you grant advantage from this or from that, fine. But the point is it's still going to be a straight roll, and for getting up the side of the surface, Evangeline hits the DC right on the nose and manages to climb up, leaving Mikhail by themselves down below. You manage to use the rope. You get support from everybody above. You get up onto the roof. You're clinging onto the buttress for dear life. You manage to make it up to the top and get a firm plant and hold there at the top.
Yeah, maybe I'm having trouble getting up, and then Okran just gives me his tail, and I grab onto it. You saved my life, right?
Skitter up, them holding onto my tail.
Can we
Yes.
just straight pull him up if he ties
Yeah.
the rope around his waist? Can we just straight lift him if 2 or 3 of us
You can try, but there will be a couple
Okay.
of mitigating factors that might arrive in that circumstance. So you can certainly try that. Is that what
Okay.
we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, I would help with that.
Okay.
Tie the rope around my neck and throw up the other end.
Help
Did
us
you guys
by
pull me?
praying.
3 things. First off, in order, Casey, since you were the one who's kind of leading this, pick the person who you're designating as the puller and have them make an athletics check. Second, Mikhail, roll a d12 for me.
D12 for hit points for the barbarian.
No.
3.
No.
You only
No,
rolled a 3?
Yep, only 3 hit points for.
Then I do not need the third roll. So what you go ahead and roll that athletics check though for me. I need that. Whoever's the leader.
Who are you designating?
Okran, probably.
Makes sense.
Because
The athlete.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to lift him. What you're noticing is that as you now have this person who's not able to brace themselves, who's moving side to side and trying to keep balance, you can actually see that the rope is shearing on the ledge of the roof. However, you're fortunate in that it does not break. However, once he's to the top, your rope is now in such a state that there's a 10-foot segment that is prepared to rip right off, and then there's a 40-foot segment that's going to be the other side of that falling away. Does that make sense? If he had rolled a 5 on that d12, he would have been sent off the cliff, and the third roll was an acrobatics check.
Whoa!
Well, that would have been fun.
It could have been, yeah, but it didn't happen.
Geronimo!
I thought Morax was already up here.
Morax is. He just hasn't moved his token.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh, my bad.
No worries. So you're all up on the roof, clinging for your dear life. It is not difficult terrain in here. It is very difficult terrain. So each square movement is 3 squares of movement. If you try to move in a dash, or if you try to move in a fashion that's not consistent with this slow movement, you'll immediately need to make an acrobatics check to see if you can maintain balance, or you fly off one side or the other. So, you're all up here on a roof in the blistering cold. Constitution saving throws, unless you're immune to cold or resistant to cold damage, or you have some kind of barring for cold, like weather areas.
Like super thick fur.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that since it doesn't technically have like a trait. But yeah,
We do have cold weather outfits.
You're
At
a
least I have-
noble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We all bought cold weather outfits, which
Yeah.
specifically say
you
that
have advantage. Yep.
yeah.
automatically succeeds
Is
on
it-
saving throws against effects of extreme cold.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what the description says. Automatically succeeds on saving throws
Okay.
great.
against
Then
effects
never
of
mind.
extreme
Ignore
cold.
all that shit.
Good.
It is very extreme though. Okay, cool.
Because
cool,
it does
cool.
not make sense that I, the one covered in thick fur, am
And-
the only one that failed.
In that alternate reality we just created, that
Yeah.
would have been funny. Okay,
She's
sorry.
shaved under
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dumb. But yeah, you're all up here. Movement for up here has been described.
How do we want to approach this? Maybe I get prone and lean down and shoot her, or while you guys jump down and attack.
We just need to touch the sword to the book, right? That's all we have to do.
Yeah.
So I suppose most lads still had the. Oh wait, it's windy. I suppose the most logical idea would be for me to just
He's not
jump
wrong.
down and just slap the book.
You're not having these kind of tepid conversations. You're yelling.
This is the old jump and tap. We have heard
Who
of
has the magic sword?
What?
it. What? Magic sword?
Who has the magic sword?
I
He said-
have it.
She said, have you gone to Montgomery Ward?
I have it. No.
Is it nice?
We're getting totally messed up. That's a real place that they used to have when I was young.
I
My
know.
uncle-
What are you
I know
talking
what
about?
Montgomery
Do I
Ward
know
is.
where we
Yeah.
can get some
We're
food on
talking
board?
about.
Could I get enchiladas? Anybody have enchiladas?
I think maybe
Yeah, man,
Chris is too young for Montgomery Ward.
more than fair.
Or and Zach.
You communicate the point. He's asking, and I just want to make sure everyone's clear what Chris's ask is. Should I just jump down and try and touch the sword to the book?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. But I think if we're gonna,
not.
yeah, I mean, but this is what I'm thinking. If
Can
we're
we
gonna
give it
send
to
Morax,
Casey and he could teleport right behind her into
There's-
the
well, that's a
shadow?
possibility. I don't know.
There is no shadow there because it doesn't show up on the map, but all of the glow from the green light that's getting pulled
Oh.
into the book is making no shadows back there, so I can't teleport anywhere near
Okay.
her.
Yeah, but what about if we had
You
Morax
jump?
jump down and we had the barbarian, Okran, I mean, whatever, him jump down, and then like the rest of us can just like shoot from above. So like
We're gonna
we'll
die.
overwhelm
Get
her.
his name right.
Yeah, we'll overwhelm
Can
her.
Okran climb upside down?
Yes.
She's gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, Okran could literally climb down behind her and just drop and just
Grapple.
get right up behind her.
And
How
Booper.
does
Yeah.
how does fall damage just
And
is
boop.
30 feet fatal in
It's
this?
gonna hurt a little bit. I think.
little bit?
Well, I
That's
have the
3d6,
horrible
right?
I have the
What if I
horrible
land on
vision in my
her?
mind of like, oh no, you fell and it's icy and slippery in the wind and you
Slide
just
right
fly off of the
Oops.
cliff.
Someone there's a banana peel.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
your Mario Kart
So-
flies off the ledge, and then the
Which
little guy
that
pulls
almost
you back.
fucking happened to Dahabe after Misty stepping onto this roof. So
That's-
if you're gonna drop down 35 feet, it could happen. I mean, I think like
I mean, well, how tall is she?
strategically, how tall is she? The Abbess.
About
Okay, I
5,
think
6.
strategically send Okran crawling to
Jump on her
her
head like Mario.
with the sword,
Yeah.
boop with the sword. As that's happening,
Sorry, I
the
forgot.
mayor can
I forgot to do
teleport.
this 6 minutes ago. I need someone to roll a D100.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, this is good. You
Who's
want to roll
rolling?
probably really high, right?
Rocket into her.
61.
Yeah, nothing changes about the circumstances we've described.
Oh, okay.
What if we? So we've
There's,
And
a lot
then
of us
there's
have
now a
some-
time element. I just want to make sure you understand. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of us have some rope, right? There's like sort of pointy bits on the roof here. Those of us who are jumping down could just like
They're too nubby.
Type.
He already like
they're like the little nubs.
yeah, Okran already tried that and it was too icy and slippery.
Oh.
So I think like the best bet is send Okran crawling. He makes some shadow that allows for the mayor to zap in and do rocket attack. And then the rest of us are just insurance and we drop from the roof.
Or stay up and shoot from roof.
Or stay up and shoot. That's true.
So Ogren goes down, makes shadows so that the mayor can zip down and the mayor's taps it.
No, I think Okran is tapping. I think
Okay.
I think like everything else is just insurance, right? To like distract, to throw whatever we got at her
All
until
right.
we can get that sword to touch the book.
I think if you fall off the balcony, you're into water anyways, so we might not die.
Water.
There's no water.
What are
Isn't
you
that water?
No.
I believe that's a cliffside.
That's
That's
700
a
feet of
cliffside,
fall.
and then
Doesn't look like
700 feet
water.
down there, you can see More cliffs.
No, it's just a bit of water running off of the snow melt. Yeah, but like no, it just keeps going down.
Well, yeah, and
Oh,
I
okay.
think this
That's
this
not good.
cliff kind of looks a little bit like waves or something.
That's what I was saying.
Sure, yeah.
But
I
it's
thought it
not.
looked
Like
That's
if you were
rock.
high,
That's all
maybe,
rock.
sure.
Well,
If
Not
you were
accusing
high.
anyone of anything.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm doing.
Montgomery
I would
Ward.
Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward. It rhymed. Is why I said it. You had the sword. Montgomery Ward was the only thing I could think of that rhymed with
Oh my
sword.
gosh.
At least some people got it. It could have been met with like no.
Oh my
It
god.
could have. Yeah, it could have been missed completely. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
you know, most of the time I get
I'm just happy
references.
some people.
Oh wait,
got
don't
it.
I need to take a nap with the sword or something so I can use it?
That's to attune
No.
to it, but
That's
you can
attuned
still
to-
use it like a normal sword.
I still don't think. I think we should have both of them go down. It's just going to be easier for Okran because he can climb. But
Who's
Morax
both
should
of
get-
them?
I mean,
Me
Morax
and
and Okran.
Okran.
I
Well,
think should both
Morax,
go
yeah,
down.
jumped.
They're
I
two
mean,
first
Morax
boys.
can jump down too. But
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
just
could glide
saying,
down.
if
You could glide down.
Morax like
Yeah.
jumps down and like and slips off
That's
with the
maybe
sword
that's maybe
into
chance he has to
fucking-
take.
the
I
cliff.
think.
Not that I don't care about Morax living
I
or
think
dying.
Morax
changing of
has wings,
equipment
though.
might be a little bit bad idea
Oh
at this
shit! You do have.
time.
I
you
used
have
it
wings?
already today.
What if you tried to fly, but then
Have
just
you?
There's
fell?
no wings.
Yeah, I used it in our combat against the
dragon.
one,
Yeah.
the dragon. I
Oh, we
used
took
it,
a long rest right
was
after
the-
that.
a short rest.
No, after
I-
the
We
fight
did
with
take a
the
long rest.
Roderick.
yeah.
Oh shit! Then I have it.
Yeah, so you can just glide down.
See,
It's
then you
okay.
could just fly
So
down.
just go fly
Oh
down
my
and touch the
God.
book. What have we been talking about?
What the
What
fuck
is
we-
going on?
What are we doing? I can fly.
I can fly.
I can crawl down there as moral support if that makes you feel better.
Yeah. I mean, we could just sure.
I could be
we
the
for
distraction.
Sure should have at least two people down there, like for distraction and all of that.
I can make a shadow on the wall crawling down.
Yeah.
Thayer's
Well, at
happy
least
to
have
show
3
up.
bodies.
We want N+1 redundancy.
And then Mikhail
Honestly,
can
they're
shoot
probably
at her.
light enough to get
Yeah.
carried down by Okran.
Oh,
Yeah.
backpack.
Hang
Oop, I
on.
went right on top
What
of
if
somebody.
what
Sorry
if
about that.
like I go down to
Hold on,
the
sorry. This is a very interesting point. Michaela, as you come to the ledge and look down at her, I need you to make an insight check.
Insight. I do have trained at insight. Aren't I? Oh, yeah, I am. All right, let's roll for this. 22.
In
Gosh,
your
good
time
roll.
in
for a change.
Stormlock, you've dealt with mages before, and you know that mages are not always as focused as they seem. Many are very cognizant of the world around them, even while they're performing rituals. Even though
Yes.
she looks like she is very focused on the book, it may very well be the case that she is prepared to receive an attack. So just a
Yes.
heads up from you.
I will whisper that to everybody as you know,
Yeah,
quietly
if
as I
you
can.
send Casey and Okran in first as the distraction, then she turns to attack us. That
Yes.
gives Moirax a chance to fly out around it.
And kick
So,
butt.
yeah,
Tippity
so
tap the book.
what if I go down to like this ledge here,
Mm-hmm.
and then that way we can have a bunch of people coming from like jumping down from above and like haha
I'm
and get
going
her
from
to
the
like
side.
turn towards you. Then I just fly around the corner and just
Yeah.
slap the book.
Yep.
That's
Morax, you're
that's what they
you're a
just
smart
said.
guy, so I just want to make sure you understand. Your flight is inhibited. Treat every flight
Ah.
square as difficult terrain.
Oh,
So
so
I
maybe
just
it'll
wanna
be
make sure
better
you
to jump from
understand that.
above.
As
Yeah.
so that's 2.
Yeah, so every square is
Yeah.
2 instead of 1. You're basically trying harder to move. Your normal
20. I can get there with an action search.
Yeah.
I can get there and attack with an
Yeah.
action
Yeah.
search.
Absolutely.
So
I
is
say we do it. I don't
Okay.
know, but like,
Yes, let's do it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
come
Okay, fuck it. Let's
Come
do
on.
it.
here. I'll hop down here and like, well, before I hop down, I'd be like, I'm somehow give me a signal or something. Should have thought about this. Or when you
I mean,
jump
they
down.
jump down, you take flight because it's gonna take you
Oh,
like 2 seconds
yeah.
to get.
Yeah, so I could be like here. And then just, like,
wait for Okran's battle cry.
Yeah, yeah.
just like chittering.
Wait for somebody
Right?
to go. Oh,
His
shit."
battle cries is
Yeah, more of that. It would be a squeal, wouldn't it? Rats are weird. Rats are...
love weird. I love rats.
I love weird. I also love
I love
rats.
weird.
Very good.
I like lamp.
I love lamp. So okay, I have an initiative board. So go ahead and you can roll your initiatives, but since you're kind of holding and adjusting, if you want one person to go before another, we can adjust it. And what I mean by that is that the person that you want to kind of go before the others, you want them to be first, so they don't actually do anything during their first round.
Okay, it does. Cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, of course I would let like at least Casey and Okran go before I do.
Okay, everybody on?
I think so.
Okay. Mikhail, you are technically first. I don't believe you're dropping down, right?
Yeah, I was just going to. I guess I could hold my action until.
Ready in action, yeah.
Yeah, ready in action. What I want to do is just pop over the edge and like shoot an arcane, gun.
Okay.
Yeah, right at.
Cool,
At
Mikhail.
her face.
Solid turn. Morax.
I'm holding. Can I?
You're
Just wait
basically you're just gonna skip this turn, and they're gonna go first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to jump
During
down
the
and
next
distract
loop
her.
of the initiative, you'll actually be going. So this turn
Yes.
will effectively be wasted because you're pausing. Is that fair?
That's just fine.
Okran, are you the one who starts this?
Yeah. Shit.
Can Okran climb with Casey on his back?
If he's got a strength score to carry you, I think you weigh like what, 40 pounds?
Yeah, I think maybe like 65 or 70 with the pack.
Put your arms over his shoulders and then kind of just like.
That's what I was thinking in like backpack mode.
Just
Oh, like a
mode.
backpack. So cool.
Robot backpack.
Like with Kel and Kiora when
Auto
he was
backpack.
spider mode.
Love it. Love it. Okay.
And I actually have control of his character from one of our previous sessions.
So,
Nice.
so you are dropping down and climbing, is that right?
Yeah.
The second you start to move in this fashion, you see her hand slam the book closed, and the magic of the green shade kind of fade aside, just kind of drops down. You hear a voice speak, and it's definitely saying words longer than the amount of time that they are being said. However, you hear the pacing of the words as if they were said in a longer amount of time. So you hear them as they're meant to be heard, but they are said faster than that. And she says, I will have no delays. She turns, she points at Okran, and Okran, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
We're fucked.
Don't forget you have Bardic.
Bardic.
Technically guidance if you didn't use it. Right?
Guidance, Bardic.
Guidance is a minute though.
You issued the Bardix right before the assault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, that's not so
Do you
good.
want to spend your Bardic Inspiration die?
How much is it? A D8? But if it
Yeah.
if it doesn't help, I get it again.
Correct. That is a part
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
the
right.
hobby,
Yeah.
So you might as well.
8. I bet 8 helps.
Not successful. So let me just
Oh.
double check and make sure we know the wording.
If it failed by 5, your head explodes. I hope that's not what happened.
I mean, that's not even the worst
It's like
thing
scanners.
that can happen.
That would be bad.
Dominate
I
person can
got this,
happen.
guys. Goes
Yeah,
over
I
the side.
That's probably what it is. That's the worst thing that happened to a barbarian too.
I'm killed by my own guard after
Yeah.
getting my own guards killed.
So, you feel, Casey, the weight of the thing that you are writing down become more stiff than it was as it began the skittering. So you basically get over the ledge 5 feet. She says what she says and she points, and you go paralyzed and fall the rest of the way down onto the balcony at her feet. So you'll be taking falling damage, the two of you. You can make an
Yeah, that
acrobatics check.
sounds about right.
Casey, you can make an acrobatics check to resist the falling damage because you are not paralyzed. You succeed. So you manage to kind of roll off of Okrin as he hits like right here in this space, and then you can flip off to either side that you want. But now you are paralyzed and prone, Okrin. And Casey, again, you can move to either the square to the left of that or the square to the right of that. So you can kind of either go to the other side of her or like over to the ledge. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Okrin, great. You are paralyzed. Dahabe, you are up. And sorry, I need to change the music.
I'm gonna pop my head over. Shoot a crossbow. Missed. Pop back. That's my turn.
Okay. And the rules for the bridge fight where the ranged weapons had disadvantage, so any ranged weapon with ammunition, the wind is fluttering enough so it's causing that to be issued.
Alright.
Casey.
Casey is going to spend 2 key points and cast Silence.
Okay. She will, in response, use her reaction to counterspell. Actually, incorrect. She used her reaction to take the held action, or the readied action. She cannot. Okay, you cast Silence. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Let me see. Do I have a handout for that bad boy? Spell templates. Second level. I have Shatter, which is, I think, the same. 20-foot radius, you said?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. One more square. There? Where do you want it? You can move it, I think.
All set.
Alright. So that will not reach the top of the situation.
It shouldn't, because it's a 30-foot sphere. So I want it centered on like that back
20
point
foot.
of the ledge. So
Oh, does it increase because of anything? It should be 20-foot radius for the silence.
that's what I mean. So it shouldn't reach the top roof. So
Right.
anyone up there
That's what
can
I'm
still
saying.
cast spells. Yeah. We're on the same page.
Evangeline.
Cool.
Okay.
However, if something requires you to be hearing the people up above, such as Bardic Inspiration, does not work.
Yes.
We will use good old Shield of Faith on Casey. As a bonus action, right? And then Sacred Flame at the crazy lady.
Okay. This is a dexterity saving throw, right? This will strike her. Bear with me here for a second. Oh, right. Yep. So, it appears that she is resistant to radiant damage. But she too is a holy person. And
Right?
holy.
Holy.
You
She about to be holy.
full of holes. Ah. But that's your action. Do you have any bonus actions or anything?
I did a Shield of Faith as a bonus action
Okay.
on Casey.
It goes to her initiative. Okay. Well, I'm not a fan of that. She looks at you. She looks down at the ground where she sees, or where you presume she sees, the magical essence. You then see her look up, and she vanishes. Those up top watch her appear up on the steeple, book in one hand, hand outstretched to the side, looking at you. She stares at Evangeline. You had one job and you failed miserably. She will then use her action.
Oh my god, do I get Sparta kicked into the abyss? Because I'm okay dying like that.
It wasn't on the docket. That wasn't something I was thinking about. But
I'm totally okay with that.
that does sound pretty rad. She is going to cast Spirit Guardians. And for those of you who are not aware of what Spirit Guardians does, my computer doesn't want to click it for some reason. Okay, clicking now? Can we do? Yeah? Okay, thank you. So Spirit Guardians is a 15-foot radius on her, and I'll put an emanation. For her, it's going to be dealing necrotic damage, and any square that is in the aura is treated as difficult terrain. Entering it, you take damage. Starting your turn in it, you take damage. All right. That is her action. It'll go to, and her bonus action, teleporting up to 60 feet. It'll go to Mikhail.
All right. I will move to the edge, just like, lean over and try to shoot her with this.
Well, she didn't go. She came up. She's up top.
What? She came up there?
Yep, she teleported
How did she get
top.
up there?
Probably
So
better
she has the ability
her.
as a bonus action to teleport up to 60 feet to any place she is familiar with.
So that's cool. That's cool. So I guess that'll change what I'll do. Well, I think what I would do is stay next to her. Was I here? I think I was here. I will stay next to her and I will attack her with my dragon tooth dagger.
Oh, sorry, hold on. At the start of your turn? Yeah, at the start of your turn. You will take 7 damage. 7 necrotic damage.
Hey, that's 7 more than I wanted to take.
That's fair.
So all right. So yeah, I'm gonna jab her.
All
This is how we do it. Let's see about this. Did that roll? It didn't look like it rolled. I'll do it again. Ah,
There it
that
is.
rolled.
That will hit.
Does a 16 hit? All right. So it's 16 sneak damage. Wait, how could I roll twice?
Yeah, because you
That's
have an
why.
ally adjacent. So 24 and 4 is 28.
28.
Takes all that damage.
All right, and then I guess I can't really use my withdrawal ability, can I? Because it's difficult terrain, or can I?
Well, you have a bonus action. You can certainly
Yeah.
take a bonus action to disengage, which means you do not provoke opportunity attack.
Right.
Your speed, if you want to move without having to roll an acrobatics check, is 1/3 effectively of what you're going to be able to move, because each square is 3.
So that would be 10 feet. I'm
you can move
30.
10 feet. Yep.
So I'll just move over there then, and
Cool.
I'll disengage.
More X.
All right.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do notice as you're jumping down, because you said that's what you were doing kind of in the start phase, right?
Yeah.
So as you were jumping down, you noticed that the plan changed as you heard a voice, then heard like this drone of silence, and then saw her form appear as you were descending down to land. So your turn will start from there, but you are aware she's on the roof, not in the space you started in. You're
Okay.
also aware she's holding the book.
Okay, so I know she has the book. I
Yep.
will sprout my wings. And how far is that drop again?
So it would have been from that point 25 feet. So you'll be going up 25 feet and then towards her.
Okay, so 25, 30. And then I'll. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, for 5 feet. I know. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm just thinking of what I said earlier, and I did say
Why you-
25, 30. I'm sorry.
why are you doing this thing? Yeah, I'll dash.
Yeah, and then action surge.
Get up to her. Yeah, and I'll action surge.
All right.
And
You're called shot shooting for the book. Is that accurate?
yes.
Okay. So this is a tiny object which adds a +8 to its armor class, and her being reactive and trying to protect it means her armor class will be the base. So 16 + 8 is 24. That's what you're shooting for on your attack.
Okay. All right. That's Can I use a precision attack?
You certainly can.
Whatever that is. There it is. So 26.
All right, that'll hit. The second the blade hits the book, you watch as both blade and book vanish. She looks at you, annoyed.
She's pissed.
And she's staring at you with these bright purple eyes filled with hatred. You have a second attack, but you do not currently have a weapon drawn.
Does it... I can never remember. Does it take an action
No,
to
if
just
you haven't drawn
draw?
a weapon, you can pull the greatsword up.
Okay, so I'll just pull out my normal sword.
Okay.
And she's not gonna like this, so I'm just gonna whack her with my normal sword.
Does your normal sword have any magical properties?
Ha ha ha. No.
Cool. It hits her, and it does not pierce flesh, and she just stares at you, mad as hell.
Nah.
Make a kissy face at her.
She is immune to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing from non-magical weapons.
That's unfortunate because I don't have any magical weapons.
Gift of the Mountain. Morax done. Okrin, you are up. Well, no, you're not.
Do you have
You're
a-
paralyzed. So at the end of your turn, you can make a
this-
wisdom saving throw against that, though.
We should have took that fucking lady's sword.
Hindsight.
Her spirit guardian still up?
Oh yeah, you would have moved into her space. Actually,
Yeah.
you would have needed
I'm
the dash.
concentration.
You would have certainly needed the dash because you came up into it and had to apply it through. So
Yeah.
you'll take
I'm
9
resistant though.
9 points of 4 after having. Okrin, sorry, it's your turn. We're talking over you, buddy.
Question: would concentration be affected for her getting hit? Was it the book?
Yeah, it would be, but she has a trait that says she automatically passes any
Yeah. Well.
concentration check that's under 15 DC.
Okay.
So the gift of the mountain is threefold. It grants temporary hit points, which you've already soaked through. It grants immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical, and it grants as discussed. So yeah.
All right. So he'll do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Roll a d8. Oh wait, that probably won't matter.
Might as well. It's free. So
Yeah.
all right. Nope. Okrin done. Don't have any. You're up.
Sure.
Fuck. Okay. Do I take damage from the spirits?
Also, oh yeah, she took. Sorry, hold on. Rewind. Solid point. Mikhail, you attacked her afterwards, so I do actually need to make one. I am sorry. And
Yeah, I took damage already too.
some of you
Wait.
you're probably asking, how is she concentrating on 2 spells? She can concentrate on 2 spells.
God damn it.
Chronomancy's a bitch, man. If you look at the School of Heisrick or the School of Chronomancy in my heroic options, this has always been a thing. Concentrate on 2. But if you lose one, you lose both.
Okay.
So she is going to, because of Mikhail's attack, which was a total of 28, 14, just under. Okay, we're still good. We're good where we're at. Sorry, because he did smack with the sneak attack, and I was like, that might be
Yeah, I
over
did.
15, or 15 or over, so I had to double check. But yeah, 28 halved is 14, which is just under the threshold. So Dahabe, you're up. And you're starting your turn in the aura, so you'll take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I will
Get the
Misty
fuck out of
Step.
there. Okay.
Good move.
Are you
good
going
move.
down or are you going astride?
Let's go off the cliff.
Just go off the cliff. Yeah.
Ah! I'm out of here.
Okay, that was my bonus. I will use my I know this is at disadvantage. Whatever. Does a 14 miss?
He misses.
That's my turn.
Also, again, it even if it hits, it hits.
Oh yeah, she's immune. You're right. Okay,
You would have possibly been the first person to learn that fact, but yeah.
got it. Okay.
Dahabe done. Casey, you're up. Okrin is completely zonked, like paralyzed, cannot move. and then they're up there fighting. She just disappeared. You saw a trace of her kind of. If you play Overwatch, tracer effectively, like when she zips to somewhere else, similar effect.
Cool. Just gonna drop concentration on silence because it's
Okay.
not helping anyone anymore. And I imagine Casey like looks down at Okrin, looks up, looks down at Okrin, and heroically takes the dodge action.
Okay. Casey down. Evangeline, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Start of your turn. You're taking 8 points necrotic damage.
Yeah. So for the crown thingy.
You have 10 temporary hit points. You just took
Okay.
damage, which means that would go off of the temporary hit points. If you cast Armor of Agathis. Did you
Yeah.
cast it before the fight?
Yeah, I would have done
Okay.
that.
So then you'll take damage against that 10. So instead
Okay.
of real damage, you're taking 8 temporary damage. And she'll take 10
Okay.
damage in retort as the armor spikes her.
Okay.
She is not resistant to cold damage,
Oh.
so she'll take it.
All right. So
Resistant to necrotic and radiant.
great. Is there like weird shenanigans if I cast a spell right next to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do? Hold on, let me double check my spells. I hate casters. I can't just hit things. All right. I would like to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Directly behind her.
That'll hit. And go ahead and give me the damage on that, please.
Yeah.
Alright. Solid. She definitely looks like she kind of clunks forward, not having expected that. And then?
And then bonus I don't know. I think I'm good.
Evangeline done. In between Evangeline's turn and her turn, she will use her legendary action to cast a spell of 3rd level or lower. This is all of her legendaries. She'll cast Cure Wounds on herself. And she'll do so at 3rd level. Not that great. It looks like a higher level casting, but not a lot of healing is committed. Sorry. Okay, and then on her turn, as her action, she raises her hands up, facing against Morax. You will pay. You will join them. I will need more to bring it back to me. And as she says that, you watch as 4 of the wraiths from downstairs come up out of the roof, standing astride her and surrounding her. In addition to that, you would see 2 more
great.
flying out the sides of the roof.
That is bad. This is very bad.
This is where my spiritual weapon is.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They're not going to be maneuvering too far, so I'm okay with you having it just kind of ambient and tokened. Plus, I don't want to have to try and find a token.
Yeah.
But yeah, they come out, 2 flying out the sides of the building, kind of up near the ledges, and then the other 4 kind of moving around her. It's not their initiative, but they will now roll an initiative as they are summoned. And that was the top of the initiative. Let's see where they fall, because they might get a turn. It's way down there. It'll actually be between Casey and Evangeline. Okay, she's done. No, she's good. Mikhail, you're up. And so now, in between you and her, a buffer is formed of a shit ton of these assholes.
Yeah. Now, would I know that I couldn't move into their space? Like, I can't move
Yeah,
into
they are.
space of this thing.
They are definitely something that's, even though they're
Other-
incorporeal, they are substantial enough that you wouldn't want to move into their space.
Okay, this is what I would like to do. I would like to, since he's really only 10 feet from me, I'd like to pull out my +1 combat knife. And since I have another magic knife in my hand, I'd like to pull it out and toss it over to Morax. I don't know what sort of if that could be like a part of my move or if that has to be an actual action.
Sorry, what were you doing? Throwing what?
Tossing.
I would like to toss my +1 combat dagger over to Morax since he has no magic weapon, and at least he could do some damage if he had a +1 dagger. I have
Okay.
2 of them because you know why? Because I had one to start, and then I got one in the adventuring.
I will say this: throwing an item to someone will require a bit of shit. But if you can get adjacent to him, you can hand it off to him, no problems. But if you're going to throw it, I do have to, because the rules have been discussed, it's windy as fuck, it's icy as fuck. That combat knife might not be caught by Morax, might hit the ice and slip off into oblivion. So I just want to make sure, like, Mikhail's a smart guy, you would know that's true. So if you can get adjacent to him, that would work fine.
What if he just stabs it into the back of the guy in front and then turns him around?
Because
Well, he is ephemeral, though.
Incorporeal or whatever, yeah. I'll just-
Incorporeal.
I like this idea, though. It's very.
I like it. There's merit. You could, okay, so I'm going to give you 3 options now instead of just the 2. Option number 1 is hand it off to him. This is the most secure, absolutely going to work option. Option 2, throw it. He has to make a dex save to catch it, and then it could fly off the edge. Or you could stab it into the creature. Since his turn is exactly next, there will be an exchange roll to see if it goes that way or not.
You could literally move just right here and give it to.
Yeah, well, this is what I was wondering.
But taking an opportunity from this one over here, if Kevin
He
does.
disengages as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm a disengage with a
that's
bonus
true.
action. I can only move half my speed up here, right? So I
Yeah.
can only move 15. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. So I am adjacent to her and him.
Well, no, not half your movement. Sorry, 1/3 your
Third.
movement, so 10 feet.
So I have to go back one then. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, this is good. I guess I don't take an attack from this person then because I'm still next to him. All right. I'll hand him my +1 combat knife and see.
Well,
This is-
if you don't care about it attacking you, you could bonus action dash. But like I said, if you dash up here, that's going to force an acrobatic.
No,
check.
I'll attack. I want to give him the dagger first and then I'll attack this guy, I
Okay.
guess.
So bonus action,
would rather attack
disengage,
her,
move,
but-
stab.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So here,
it's a +1 dagger.
it's a +1 combat knife. It does 1d4
You get to
damage.
choose either piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning. It can do either. one of
Right.
the three.
So if that makes a difference, that would be nice. Also, I say it's alone as I give it to you. This is in my family. If I die,
the
you
knuckles
can
of the
have it.
combat knife have
That's right.
vine
Little
written across.
jewels. Yeah, and little
The
jewels.
4 knuckles are just VINE.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So I'll attack that ghost thing. All right. I don't think I have advantage on it because 21's probably a miss. Then.
Yeah, 12.
Or
you mean.
12. I mean 12.
Yeah,
is
that is a
fine.
miss.
Yeah. All right. So at least I gave you a damn knife that you could at least get a little bit of damage.
Or
You
at
At
probably
least
have a
I
lot
can do literally anything.
Yeah, you could do something at least. All right, do something, man. You got this.
Like your old rogue days, you've got a hold of the knife and you're ready to go.
Right.
I
That's
love
right.
I love the way this is turning out. This is good.
He's like, I never forgot the feel of a good
Gets it
dagger
into
in
a
my
nice
hand.
ice pick grip and he's like, all right, let's fucking. All right, well, let's see it, Morex.
Okay.
+1 dagger is sufficient if you're just drag and drop that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, cool.
I've also got in my inventory something called a ghost axe. Do we remember what that is?
I think
Yeah.
we check it off one of the
It's
ghost
the
people.
ghosts people's axes. That's correct.
Is it magic or do we not know?
It is magical. It just counts as magical. There's no bonuses or benefits or boons.
Oh right, no, these guys are. Yeah, I mean again, at least against her, it would take an action for me to stow my sword.
Well, yeah, you're holding the sword in one hand, and then out of nowhere, a combat knife is being passed to you.
Yeah, okay.
So if you wanted to, as a free action, sheath the sword and then attack with this, and then draw the axe, or not attack with this and draw the axe and use it one-handed, you could.
Oh, so I can as a free action sheath my sword at least.
You wouldn't be able to draw the battle axe at the same time. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, but at least I will do that and take a. Oh boy, I'm going to let me.
Wait, Morax
What's
has
mine?
sneak attack because he used to be a rogue, right?
Not class wise, unfortunately.
I mean, you do in my book. I give you a D6, extra D6 for sneak attack.
Can I oops, move like around to here? There. Would you get an opportunity attack on me if I did that?
She would, and so would the wraith next to her.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go with it.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
She will use a touch attack.
Yeah.
She misses.
Ow. Oh, good.
We can see the Inquisitor.
Yeah, we can
rolls, by
see
the way.
that.
And honestly, I don't know why it came up as I clicked the wrong one. So that's fine too. But even still, it's the same attack bonus, so I'm gonna stick with that. And I am going to equip that so you can't see it. But you know her base. Because I'm so lazy, I don't change the NPC title things. I just put shit on them. Oh man, I've been called out. But the Wraith will also swing with its.
You called yourself out.
I sometimes do. Will swing with its life touch attack. Also missing. Very lucky.
Excellent. I'm standing here. I'm going to Death Breath.
Okay. So as you do,
Oh, wait.
none of them take any damage.
Not even her.
She's resistant.
She's
that's
immune
right.
to necrotic and
She's
radiant.
She's resistant. She's resistant.
Resistant.
Go ahead and give me the damage. The others are not carrying. They are immune.
That's 2d10. I should have known that.
So that'll be 6.
She does get a saving throw.
That's right. And she passed, so it'll be 3.
Damn.
They all kind of look at you strangely. like what?
That sucks.
That tickled.
Like,
Oh, we
was-
did.
You
Yeah.
healed them.
Thing is, I'll go back over to her and for my
Look,
second
I'm sorry.
attack. My second attack. Fucking shit!
You
Oh.
wanna
Look
spend-
at this.
Wait, do you have inspiration?
Everybody got
No.
inspiration at the beginning, so
I got it.
Everybody got it.
I'll use mine.
Did you use it up,
yeah.
Chris?
No.
I thought I had it.
It might
and
be
you
worth using
didn't
'cause it's
give
a
it to
crit.
me.
No, inspiration.
not
Like
Barbara.
would you-
inspiration.
Not bardic inspiration.
Oh.
Just inspiration.
I'm pretty sure I've used it.
Yeah, you did use it.
I will
earlier.
use mine.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Then that'll be a
Oh,
crit.
nice.
And you
Go
get
ahead,
it's
roll
a
it.
crit, so hopefully you
Wait,
get
so
Sure.
we all got inspiration?
Yeah, I think we all got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's better than nothing. 9.
Yeah.
Morax done.
Yes.
All right, Okran, you're still held, so go ahead and make a.
Okran.
Do I have to declare using a luck point before?
So luck is done as a reroll, so the roll needs to have
Okay.
been made for a reroll.
You won't need it. Oh,
It's
maybe
almost
you
10
will.
o'clock. I want to play the printer. I want to play the feather. I want to play the toys. It's my time now.
Can it, would it count as my second roll if I use the luck thing?
Luck is different than inspiration. If you use your inspiration,
Alright.
it'd be a 20. But luck means you reroll the whole thing.
You have inspiration,
I'll-
though, right?
Yeah,
I'll use the
it.
inspiration.
Use
Okay.
your inspiration.
Boom,
Get
bam.
out of that.
You are no longer held. Oh, sorry. Apologies. A couple of things that we missed. I needed to backtrack on because it's mandatory. Mikhail, you would have taken 9 points of damage, and actually your
Alright.
movement would have been hindered even further. No, it's not. It
Mandatory
can't be. It
damage.
can't be hindered more than. So it's still just 3. Don't be dumb, John. Difficult terrain is still difficult terrain. You don't double difficult.
Yeah.
Terrain. And then Mikhail, you would have taken after having 3 necrotic damage.
Wait a minute. I thought you said I'd be taking 9.
Yeah, and he's taking 7, but he has resistance.
Oh,
you're
I'm taking
taking 9,
another 3.
And then no, Morax. Morax is taking 3.
Oh gosh. All right. Sorry. I
Yes,
thought you were
took-
telling me to
yeah,
take
no,
9
no,
and then
you're
3.
just taking
I
9,
was,
and then Chris will take 3.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries. So Okrin, you are no longer being held, but your turn is over because that happens at the end of your turn. Dahave,
Hey.
what you see her do as she's kind of like fighting and getting stabbed, you see her kind of like shift her eyes to the side, and you see this mote of like spirally whirl kind of fade away, and you would recognize that there's another one still present that seems to be shaped like the runes or the spirits that are kind of fluttering around her. It seems she has lost concentration on one effect she's been maintaining.
Nice.
She
nice.
dropped it willingly.
She
Oh,
dropped
okay.
it willingly.
She dropped the thing on
Well,
Okra.
no, it was not dropped. It was over. It was superseded. Sorry. It was
Okay.
bested.
Okay.
Oh, question. When she's concentrating on 2 different spells, do her eyes go like this?
Stop.
No. So an interesting fact about her in specific. So her eyes are like very bright, like violet purple. And if you're close enough to see her, like face to face, you can actually see a swirl patterning in her iris at this stage. Almost as if they're like 3 arms of a spiral spinning inside of her iris.
The tri-skill.
Yeah, try Skeleon.
Wisdom save.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Plus 10. Yeah. I got a 20.
That's my turn.
All right. Dahame done.
KC.
Casey.
I still have no way up there without Okrin, though. So
Can you teleport?
Hold on. There are no longer any kind of lights down here. And
right, but I need a shadow at my
hold on.
destiny.
There's a huge fluffy dog standing up at the top, and she's back, or her back is in silhouette to the sun because the sun's in the west. So
does that count? Can I teleport
yeah,
to?
there's a shadow.
Because like,
for flavor,
because I can't see the shadow.
you can
would
see
be
the
my
back
thought.
of her. She's got a shadow on her back. So
Okay.
what I'll allow here is if you want to make an acrobatics check.
She could teleport onto my back.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
man.
Go ahead and make it.
Yeah.
Like robot riding a
You
dog.
go, jump into the shadow, and then you fly out her back, reach behind you, and grab her cloak, and then spiral onto either square adjacent to her.
This one right here.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And you have advantage on your first
Oh yeah.
attack.
Oh yeah. I come rocketing around and then immediately Palpatine rocket spin.
13 will hit. 24 will hit. So give me the 22 would have hit because you had advantage on the first one, but 13 also hit. All of those are hits. All right. No silver in your makeup, right?
No, it's Dragon Bone.
All right. So 4, 4, and 4.
Oh, I guess we never talked about what material Casey was made out of. Probably not silver though.
Roll a d100.
Ooh.
Yeah, it hasn't come up.
It's 10% silver.
20% chance to be silver fisted.
Maybe your conductors are all silver.
No silver. It's all like kind of brass and shit. That'd be a good knuckle thing to have. Wouldn't you agree? All right, Casey, done? We'll go
Yeah.
then. Baby cat. I will be with you in 10 minutes. Don't do it.
He just has to-
Now!
He just has to kill us
Do it.
first.
Do it, baby cat.
Whoosh.
You can unplug. Shut him down.
Whoosh.
Oh. Shit.
Which was
Seems aggressive.
A bit. So 2 wraiths are going to smack into Moirax. 2 are going to smack into Evangeline, and 2 are going to smack into Dahave.
Blah.
Wait a minute. None of them are going to smack into me
Would they?
because I want to take some off of other people.
I'm not mad at you yet.
Hit me, hit me.
I did damage him. I did damage her, but that's
Okay.
okay. That's fine. I'll attack her.
So I don't know if
Change your
these are
mind.
rolling out in the open or not. No, they're not. Okay. So Dahave a hit and a miss, unfortunately. But for the hit, I need you to go ahead and make a con saving throw.
19.
Success. So you'll just take 11 necrotic damage. All right. This is against Morax. Hit and miss. Same thing, Constitution saving throw. And you have resistance to necrotic.
I do. Haha.
Cool. So you will take 5 points of necrotic damage after having. It was 11, and you ignore the effect that the life drain has. And then the last Evangeline, 1 and 2. Nope. None of those hit. Yeah, I got a 12 and I got a 14. They don't hit very often, but when they hit, it's like a dump truck, and if you fail that con save, it's even worse because they suck the HP off the top. I'm gonna go ahead and move it on to Evangeline.
Okay. Shoo-ba-doo.
Stop it! I said stop it! Come on. Sorry. This made me big boys.
Huh?
So he's got a spot now on the side desk, and there's a poster of like Nintendo characters, and he just likes patting at it with his feet. Sorry, it's your turn eventually.
Okay. So my spiritual weapon is still up.
Swing with it as a bonus action. You want to swing at her or the ghosts? The ghosts do take magic damage full on.
Yeah, the ghost, because it's in the same square.
Okay, so just a heads up. This one that's right on you is already wounded. I think you can move and attack with it, so
Okay. Yeah, then I would move it around.
pop in this one in the head. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's a lot.
Does that hit?
Wow, good time to whip
Go
those
ahead and
out.
Click the damage. Let's see how much it does. All right, that's a lot. That's a big amount of damage off of this creature. It is technically bloodied. So the incorporeal form that had kind of a shade to it now is kind of manifesting a bit more of the undershade, which was that slightly green translucent form. And the one you just smashed really hard has a very distinct look that is similar to the dead blacksmith that you saw murdered in the other chamber. You didn't have to see him, by the way. You could have just not gone in there, but you did, so you know, and you know. Eventually, between your turn and the Inquisitor's turn, she is going to go ahead and cast a 3rd level spell,
Oh no.
and she has a free concentration.
Friendship. She's casting the spell of friendship.
I need everyone up here except for Dahabe, so that's everyone on the roof, to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh, not bad.
Okay.
Ugh.
Chris passes.
Oh,
Mikhail, nope. Nope. And yep. She takes her
Wait,
hand.
can I use my bardic inspiration?
Yes. You're fine. So just Mikhail. She takes her hand and she spins it. You watch as these clocks appear above your head and spin really fast and then start to slow down. Mikhail, you watch as the world starts to move much slower around you, and you feel like your reaction time is completely muted. You have been slowed.
I have been slowed. Okay.
Wouldn't the world go faster around
Yeah,
me?
he would see everything
that's
just
fire.
start
Going faster.
flying around him.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
But
you
we
face
see
this-
him going.
That makes sense.
"Ooh."
That actually tracks. Yeah, that. So eventually,
Hey, dude,
it was between then and then, or between your turn and you haven't taken a turn, right?
No,
No,
I
no,
just did
you
my
just smashed.
spiritual weapon.
That's right. That's right. You haven't
And
finished the
then-
rest. Sorry.
I will do Sacred Flame at the same.
Same one. Okay.
Yeah.
It fails its dex, so it will take the damage, and I think wraiths are actually no special.
And like as she like just like blasts it in the face, she's like, "I'm sorry."
All right. Oh, another fun fact for people watching at home, just before we kind of get into this last bit. I know that some of you are probably saying, Wraiths have sunlight sensitivity. Drow have sunlight sensitivity. I'm going with Twilight rules. It's cloudy, so we're fine.
is cloudy, but when the clouds clear, they're gonna sparkle.
Yeah, they will
Yeah,
sparkle.
it's sparkly. Are we sparkly in this?
So-
Oh man.
I'm actually gonna hold.
I'm all for that glitterio.
Since it's 3
Yeah.
minutes till, I'm gonna actually hold up on the Abbess's turn. Since we're at the top of the initiative, I feel like that will probably be better. Unless you want me to leave with like a stinger of her doing something cool,
Not if it's
Whatever you
against
want.
me.
I'm gonna hold. Okay, so top of the initiative. Let's just double check and make sure we know what's what on the board. Concentration effects that are in place: slow and spirit guardians. Holding on to both at the same time. Jahve, you're not concentrating on anything at current. Evangeline, spirit weapon is not a concentration spell yet. They're gonna change it
Thank God.
in D&D 1 though.
Monsters.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have no other effects that are up. Shield of Faith, you said you cast. Who'd you cast that on? Or did you?
Casey.
Okay, Casey has Shield of Faith, and that's going on for like another 97 rounds. So no big deal there. And Morax, you are dagger in hand, and during your next initiative, you're going to want to draw that battle axe. Right? Cool. Good switch. And then you can use your bonus action. Oh, you don't have two of it fighting as the fighting sound. Never mind. Any other questions for me? Or anything that I'm missing? Is there a bardic inspiration dice out or anything?
Yes.
Who has it?
I
I think-
used mine.
Mine's still out.
Okay, so
Okay.
cool. Okran has that.
Bardic.
All right. Well, if that's the case, thanks for watching those that did, and we will see you next Tuesday as we continue what appears to be the final fight of the campaign. All right. See you then.